What's up, my loves and fellow creatives? How are y'all doing on this Black Friday? hopefully, I hope that yesterday was a little chaotic because I hope that you had some good sales. I hope that today was a little chaotic because I hope that you got some good Black Friday sales. Either searching for sales for yourself, for your business. That's what I tend to do on Black Friday. I look up all the subscriptions that I currently have and see if I can find a better deal. That's kind of like a hunting thing that I do instead of hunting for clothes and gifts that people aren't going to wear. I look for the better deals on my current subscriptions. And the other thing that I like to do is make sure that I'm making sales. So hopefully you all made some sales today and you made some sales yesterday, this whole week. And if you haven't, it's not too late because we just need to get on the ball. We need to go ahead and get some designs, get some communication out there by the way of email, social media posts, whatever it is that is your main mode of communication. That's the main thing that we have to do. So tonight we're going to do a little freestyling. I'm going to talk while I work if that's okay. I haven't done this in a long time. This is what we used to do way back in the day. And I thought that this was a little old and y'all were over this. And it's kind of like, when your kids act like they're too old for you, but then they still like to sit up under you. I'm going to use that analogy. So I'm going to do like an old school session where I design something, talk through what I'm designing, why I'm designing it, and the artwork that I generate tonight. The AI artwork, not the file, the entire file, because I'll actually be working this file more than likely into a template that we'll be using next week. Okay, but the AI artwork that we generate, I'm going to have a let's just say a special treat at the end of this live. So if you stay to the end of this live, you're going to be able to get some very special things. Now, if we can get, and I know this is a tough one because I don't think it's happened quite yet. If we can get 300 people on this live, then I will unlock $10 templates. So, our templates are typically $40. I haven't done $10 templates in probably, I want to say almost 2 years. However, we will have that option to unlock that tonight if we get some more shares. So, what I want to do is see if I decide to start doing this Freestyle Friday thing. The only reason why I'm doing it is because it's going to help the masses. Otherwise, I just teach my classes in my paid classes and then we won't have to worry about getting so many people to go live because we have about the same number of people right here on this live that we do in class. So if you all want me to start doing this, then that means that we have to invite other people and have some fun in the party, make it a bigger deal because I want to be able to help more people since this is on YouTube for everyone. So I'm going to have a little incentive. Let me check my little notes, make sure I don't say the wrong thing. I'm going to go ahead also and give you all the rundown on the Black Friday stuff that's going on right now. So some of you may or may not know. You probably be getting my little emails and maybe you're not sick of me yet, but I wanted to go over some of these things with you all. So you all asked about the buddy, the jigs, the ink. I think there's a couple more buddies that may be up for grabs at 25% off, but once it reaches that threshold, it cuts that sale off for those items. So if you're trying to purchase ink or jigs or buddy and you don't see it anymore, it's because during this sale, we've cut it off at a certain number that can be purchased. So if you're wanting to do that, you definitely want to go ahead and get that in because that sale ends tonight at midnight. We no longer will have the buddies and the jigs and the ink for sale. Okay. Or, of course, with the discount. Of course, they'll be for sale, but they won't be discounted. And I also want to let you all know, those of you who are interested in the Craft to Quit membership, it has a very special price. I believe when you put it in the cart, it ends up being $897 for the entire year. And that's basically paying for the year up front. You get the Craft to Quit, but not only do you get Craft to Quit, which is usually $197 per month. So that's about $2,400 for the year. You also get to unlock all of your templates. Especially if you're brand new, this is one of those deals that you cannot beat. You're going to get access for the year for the Craft to Quit program, which is basically our VIP Photoshop class. Plus, we talk business in a Zoom room on Thursdays. We also have some other opportunities for you to interface with coaches, and it's a great way to craft to quit and then to quit crafting, because this is about building a business. Okay. So that option, just to unlock over 150 classes, that alone is about $7,000 worth of classes and templates you will unlock immediately with this plan. So I don't know if I stressed that one, but I did offer this bundle too. And of course, it's a little information about me on there. Y'all will get this link. And I wanted to tell you all also, some of you may not know what the Buddy is or what the Jigs are, and how we have developed this whole system in order to get you to easily do all of our shirts at home like a pro. So we have a automatic split template that in Photoshop, it's a very easy process once you kind of get over the hurdle of, hey, it's in Photoshop. But you drop your image in there, it splits it up automatically into the tiles that are appropriate for your printer. And it works for the 8.5-inch printer, the 13-inch printers, and the 24-inch printers. And for all of those printers, we have the setup to do the sheets, like the 13 by 19, 8.5 by 14. We also have it set up to do roll media. So you can do 13-inch roll media, 8.5-inch roll media, and it automatically breaks those setups up for you. So if you are printing from home and you need a solution, that is why we invented that solution. And then for the pressing side of things, the all-over sublimation system consists of the Buddy, which is this little rolling table concoction here. It works for small presses like your 15 by 15, 16 by 20, and your 16 by 24 presses. And what it does is it allows you to basically press without a hard board. And that hard board is usually why you're getting all those hard lines and those unsightly overlaps and that sort of thing. So it takes away that issue. And then the Jigs are a wrinkle eliminator. So if you can imagine all of those different types of horrible wrinkles that you might get underneath the sleeves, or sometimes you have ghosting underneath the collar, this helps to eliminate that situation and really does really helps with bleed through. So if you ever have a one-sided shirt and you have the image bleed from the front to the back, or at least in that collar area, this is going to totally absolve you of that issue. Okay, so all of these things were invented, literally invented, just for this community. And I am honored to be able to offer you some type of solution when it comes to doing these kind of difficult things at home. All right, and then here's our last chance bundles. They actually went up because they were $397 at the beginning of the doorbusters, and then they went up. So this is the last time that they're going to be offered. And the AI in Action 1-year bundle is going to allow you to take all of the Monday classes and have access to the replays and have access to the Discord room where we have all of the images. So thousands of images every single Monday are being developed inside of our group, and you will have access to all of those classes that we develop in that year. You'll have them for a lifetime, but you'll have the courses for that year. It unlocks it for the year. If we decide to do it for another year, then we'll consider that. But right now, those classes are $27 each. So you get 50 of them it ends up being with the coupon code somewhere around about $400, a little bit less than $400. I don't think you can beat that for 50 classes, okay? So I think it ends up being somewhere around about $7 per class. So that is a steal of a deal. Every class that we've done so far has absolutely been something that can grow your business, that gives you access instantly for that one topic that we do on that one Monday, has at least 1,000 files that you can use for your business in that one class. So for $7, 1,000 files, learning, having a community, developing things together where I'm showing you live how to prompt and why I'm looking up things, you'll see a little bit tonight, because we'll talk a little bit tonight about it. I just wanted to offer you all some deals during this time that will really help you grow your business and not just fluff. A lot of people are right now just kind of throwing some things together just because it's Black Friday and throwing it on people. I want to make sure that the things that I'm offering you are going to help you move the needle in your businesses. Okay. And a lot of you took advantage of the Shopify Bootcamp bundle. That bundle alone has 14 pre-recorded boot camps that we've already done. You don't get access to the live, but for anyone who purchases the Shopify Bootcamp bundle tonight, I'm going to include a live class that I'm doing on Sunday. On Sunday, I'm doing an Automizer boot camp, and it's going to show you not just how to use the Automizer, but why you want to use it and give you insight into how to market yourself and really sell using that Automizer. So it's not just about doing the action of the Automizer. It's about how can I use this to make more money and how can I present this to my clients. And I'm also doing a boot camp this Tuesday each of those boot camps are $197. So the boot camp that I'm doing on Tuesday is on, I already did ArtSat. This one is going to be on Printify. Basically, together we set up your third-party printing. So your print-on-demand service that you want to have attached to your Shopify store, we set that up together on Tuesday for those who are in the boot camp. So I will throw in those 2 live boot camps if you purchase this one tonight. And like I said, I think it has a discount in there. I'm not sure what the discount is. I haven't checked it. So when you throw it in the cart, I believe it's going to give you a discount. Let me see what it does. Let me see what it adds up to. And y'all make sure that you put your information here. Oh, I lied. That's supposed to be name. But it shouldn't let you check out without putting it there because we need that information in order to enroll you in the class, okay? So right now, it's even cheaper than it was supposed to be. It's $372.75. So anything on there that says $497 right now is coming up as $372. So even this 1 year AI in action is coming up as $372, y'all. Can't beat that. All right. So without further ado, oh yeah, one more thing. This is so that's the AI classes that we've done so far. You can see we've been doing some fire AI work continually every single week. Now, what we're doing is we're flipping those into our templates on Wednesday. And if you don't have AI artwork, you can use your photos. You can use stock art. We even give you some images now. I even give y'all a couple of AI images where you can switch things out so you can get a feel for it. But on Wednesdays, we actually do the Photoshop work. So my whole goal with this academy, with the coaches, with offering templates and tools is to simplify your success. Okay. So the only thing I need y'all to do is just make sure that you show up and not just watching, but you're actively participating, that you are following through, you're doing the work, you're posting about it, you're putting it on your stores, and you're telling your people about your business. Because with all of these things combined, there's no reason why you shouldn't have success, because that's what we're doing. We're simplifying success. So we're going to keep it simple and successful. All right, KISS. All right, so let's go ahead and get into what we're going to do for tonight. I'm going to be showing you all pretty much my process. So I'll pull this off the screen for a moment. Let me check and see if y'all have any questions. Questions. I know there's a little bit of delay here too. All right, so we're ready to get into it. So because there's a delay, sometimes I don't see your responses until about 15 seconds. So I wanted to know tonight. Mo says that AI in action class is the truth. Thanks, Mo. I appreciate that. And Mo has been showing up. Mo, I saw your post. I liked it. Look, Mo's in the accelerator, the Shopify accelerator. So I want y'all to know, for my accelerator folks, I went and I subscribed to some of y'all's emails, and I got some of y'all's emails for Black Friday. Congratulations. Mo, I saw your social media post as well. So I'm glad to see you all working. And I know it's getting a little bit out of your comfort zone, and it's stepping out there and doing marketing. But I promise you, marketing and sales is what is really, really, really going to propel your business. Now, I'm going to teach you the art side, okay? But the art is the start. Okay. All right. So I'm going to get you all comfortable and confident with your artwork, and then I'm going to watch out Excel. All right. So what I wanted to do tonight is see what type of artwork you all want to do, what type of projects you want to do. I have a theme in mind tonight. I think I'm going to do this gender reveal. I'm going to show you my whole process. So if this works out, then I'll pick a day. I don't know what day it'll be yet. Maybe my Thursdays. I'm not sure yet, but I'll pick a day of the week and kind of show you the whole process, and we'll design something together from scratch. We'll design something together. Okay. And if I'm going to do that, that means I need people on the live. So when we decide on a time and a date, I need y'all to go ahead and make sure that you're there, your fellow creatives there, your toughest competition is there, because we need all of us in order to make this thing work on a group economic scale. All right, so let me see. I'm going to go through kind of a list of what I already have. And then I want you all to chime in and give me some ideas as well. So we did memorial, we just did a birthday, but we can always do, it's not just the theme itself. Sometimes we want to see certain imagery, right? We have graduation, mock-ups, Valentine's, also like a holiday party, those type of things. You want to do party favors and you don't know how to come up with your themes. Let me know what you're struggling with so I know how to come on here and help you. Let's see. We have birthdays for adults, baby showers, just things in general. And I'm going to call these ish, like Disney-ish or Lisa Frank-ish. And what I'm saying with that is that you can take the styles of those characters and develop your own images and develop your own design setup. So let me know what kind of things y'all want to see. Ice cream themes, retro, 80s, 90s, hip hop, different themes like sunflowers, mermaids. Just let me know what you all want to see. And my goal is going to be to bring that to you. Okay. All right. All right. So for tonight, let me see what you all said. Y'all are quiet in the chat. Am I muted? I need y'all to help me out here. Help me out here. Let me know what kind of projects you want to see. Otherwise, I'll just work. But listen, we got to get this together. I can't just be on here talking to myself. All right. So what I'm going to work on, and I'm going to go ahead and just get started. I guess I'll just talk, y'all. Okay, I finally see some comments coming through. Don't be shy, y'all. Okay, baby shower, purple and white, winter wonderland. Keisha, I love that. I love that. So I have 2 different things that I wasn't sure which one I'm going to work on tonight. Hip hop. Okay. I see it come. Gender reveal. So yes, that was one of the ones I was working on. Okay. And customer happiness, can you capture some of those ideas for the themes? So, of course, we can't get through all of these themes at once, but I can start the people that are showing up live and putting forth the energy. I can start listening to you all because obviously you're engaged and you want to see these things happen. Okay. All right. Super Bowl party, New Year's, hip hop theme. All right. So I think I'm kind of on trend with something right now. I'm just going to do, I have Winter Wonderland, and then I have the infamous gender reveal / baby shower, where remember when I told y'all I don't really like those babies we keep using over and over and over again, and they just kind of getting a little played out, like these right here. Of course, they're useful and it makes sense, but with the power of AI, I would love for us to get past using these same 2 little characters. Okay. Now, I understand it took a lot of photoshopping to get these characters to look the way that they look now because we had to change skin tone, we had to add hair bows, we had to add hair. I know because I was one of the ones who helped to develop some of these type of images, okay? Put shoes on them, put tutus on them, all that good stuff. Now, I want to show you all how to work smarter and not harder, and that we can develop some really, really nice images. So I'm going to let you all tell me between, I'm going to give you an option, one or two. One is to do this kind of verses, like the gender reveal verses. So we do like pink versus blue, come up with some ideas for that. Or we can do the winter wonderland. So winter wonderland, let me see what we have going on here. I'm going to duplicate this tab just so you can see. Let's do a winter wonderland backdrop. And I'm just keeping it simple. I'm going to pick one product. I'm going to look I'm going to show you my whole process. I'll look on Etsy and Google, kind of see what's selling, get some ideas there. So this right here, I will put into Google. And then I'm going to check on not just the images that come up. I'm going to go to shopping and I'm going to see what's selling. Okay. I'm seeing what's selling. And we can literally develop our own backdrops that look just this dynamic, okay? And we can go ahead and put words and stuff on them. We can put the characters on them. We can put images on them. So that's the Winter Wonderland. And then let's do the same thing. And I'm going to look up gender reveal. And we're just sticking with one. I know it's a hard choice. Here's the thing. I actually have both of them prepared as classes. So with whichever one we do for class on, I think we're doing class Monday and Wednesday, whichever one we do this time, we're going to do the other one the next time. Okay. So, and I think we could do the Winter Wonderland because gender reveal is, it's not seasonal, but I want to show y'all something. Okay. I just want to show y'all a little tease because I've already started developing some of this stuff. And y'all, these backdrops, you can create some really, really dynamic images, watercolor, photographic looking backdrops and everything. But what I'm not seeing, and this is what we're missing, what I'm not seeing is people really pulling the design elements together and making a full look that works for parties. So, and even like the Tiffany & Co. theme. So you could do like the Tiffany & Co. theme, and that could also go with a Winter Wonderland theme. I'm just telling y'all, your mind is the only limit when it comes to this stuff. So what we're going to do is design one thing tonight. Y'all know when I turn it into a template, I literally flip it into several other things. So I may flip this depending on what images we come up with. I may flip this into a gender reveal / Winter Wonderland. Possibly. We'll see. Most says yes. Oh, boho theme. Okay. Mo, you are on it. RJ says yes. Tired of them. Sick of them. All right. Well, let's go ahead and create some that we are going to be ready to fall in love with. So let's do the Winter Wonderland. Let's do the Winter Wonderland. And I think what we're going to end up doing is doing the gender reveal next week. Okay. All right. Because winter is about to get to the point where you won't be able to advertise it anymore. So let's go ahead and get into it. The other thing I want to look for is now we can do a baby shower version of the Winter Wonderland. Ooh, I like that. So let's come on over here to Etsy because first of all, I don't know that we can be as creative as we want to be, but there's something called marketing and research that exists for a reason. And we can literally see what's already really selling. So if I put in here, if I start typing in Winter Wonderland, I see Winter Wonderland invitation. Okay. If I go to Winter Wonderland invitation, I'm going to get some ideas of what people already are doing. And here's one, Winter Wonderland, where a little girl is turning 1 right there. That sounds like that could work out. What I want us to do is I'm going to type in, I'm going to type in party to see what kind of things people are doing for parties, because I want to make sure that it's something that is marketable. Okay. So you see that they have garland kits. This would go right with what I want to do, because I want to also kind of showcase it with the things that it comes with. So the whole point of you designing is, how many times can I sell this one design? Okay, that is the point of a system. And I know we're talking about design, but it's still a system. I think I'm going to, we do snowflakes. I like the trees. What I'm paying attention to right now is I'm paying attention to what is the imagery that I see, what are the words that I see here. So for instance, I see Winter Wonderland with the number one. I mean, with the spelled out ONE. So that's got to be more like a birthday theme, right? And when I look up backdrop for this, I see welcoming babies, so that is a baby shower. So I'm getting an understanding for, if I do a Winter Wonderland theme, what are people already looking for? So I'm not out here making up something to sell. I know what people are already buying, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a better version of what's already selling. Okay, so I like the idea of the winter, and I'm typing this right now, Wonderland with the ONE, Wonderland. I like that. And then I like the Winter Wonderland here. I'm going to call this Baby It's Cold Outside, because I know that is going to be like a trending expression. And then that's pretty much it. I'm only looking for what I know is going to sell, so I can set this up for y'all, because I want to set y'all up for success. All right, so now let me put in, if I put in Baby It's Cold Outside, look, Baby It's Cold Outside, and then shower invitation. So we can kind of get some ideas. And I'm going to put in party again, just so I can see what kind of things go with that party. You got cake toppers, of course, backdrops. Look, even the napkins. What things are going to go with the item that you want to sell, so that you can mock it up and make that sale over and over again? This is for a baby shower. So the baby shower might have like the water bottles, the gift bags, labels for the chips, and all that other stuff, right? So I am literally going to pull together a whole idea. I don't see anybody else advertising really a whole package. That means we might have a leg up when it comes to marketing this same type of idea, because obviously they sell, but I don't see the package. I don't see the whole bundle. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll do Baby It's Cold Outside. That's going to be the words that I'm going to develop for one of them. And then Winter Wonderland will be what I flip it to. All right, and that's it, because I was only supposed to do one design tonight. Then what we'll do for the gender reveal, we'll do that next week. And y'all, we're going to have some fun with that, I guarantee you. All right, so now that I've kind of got some ideas, I could put it on Pinterest board. Basically, this is a bestseller right here. Coach Chrissy does some more really, really in-depth type of work, where she helps to break down the SEO, breaks down what's selling, all of that good stuff, even how much. So I'm not specifically going to do that, but what I am going to do, I'm going to pin this stuff, and I'm going to bring my window over here. Okay. Get on up there. All right. And if you haven't heard of Pinterest, it's just a way of basically saving ideas instead of doing what I used to do way back in the day, which is keep on. Oh, that's not my Pinterest. That's Etsy. I used to keep on just saving things to my hard drive, y'all. Just saving things to the hard drive. Don't do that, y'all. Do not do that. Go ahead and save them to your Pinterest board. And in fact, I'm going to show you right now how I do that. And you all should have, if you go to my link, it has my Pinterest board link in there. So you can see this is going to give some suggestions here, what it gives suggestions for. So we're going to save this. That's what we do next time. This one, I'm going to look up the winter. I'm going to put Wonderland just to see what it gives me. and I'm going to get all kind of ideas. Y'all look at this. I want to show you all how to develop your own stuff here. So I have a little party 3D one, but I'm going to put this in I'm going to make a winter wonderland theme here. And I'm going to create a board. Doop, doop, doop. And I will let you all see it. Okay. So when you start collecting images, pretty much it uses an algorithm to determine, oh, what other images might you like? What other things fit that? So for this one, I think that one fits my winter wonderland theme. It'll give you some more ideas here. So all of these images here, I look to, hey, can I create these images myself? Can I make these like really stand out and be the colors that I want and the style that I want, all of that good stuff. So we're gonna work through some of that today. And then what you'll get to see is how much thought and time goes into this. So yeah, you get to hang out with me and watch this, but I think you will appreciate the templates more because you'll realize that a 5-minute template flip did not take 5 minutes to create. It actually is a lot of ideas and planning and all of that. Okay, so there's a winter wonderland there with some penguins and seals and the polar bears there. So I like that. Here's one that has gingerbread. So I'm just picking things that stand out to me that look really good. And then that way I can pick my images from there. All right. So, and then some of these get really elaborate, really elaborate. And then you can imagine the cake that's there. I put those in there too. I am not the one to make treats and stuff, but you will see that you can use AI to help you develop like what type of things will go with that event to help just like fill out the look of it. And then you can refer someone else to do the treats or the cake and that sort of thing. I'm just saving some of those things because I know they will come out really, really nice. So what I'm talking about doing is just literally designing something like this, where this is a single backdrop that you would print out, right? And you wouldn't even have to print it and make it. You would have it drop shipped. And of course, I'll tell y'all where I get them drop shipped. And you can use the same drop shipper and just spend your time creating the designs, okay? And I'm positive we can make things look a lot more interesting than some of the options that are out there for folks, okay? Now, some people might be wanting something like this one where it has the photo in it. So I'm going to save one of those. All right. And I'm looking for things that are going to help me actually build a design. So that one is a pretty standard type of design, but it lets me know what's out there for people. All right. And not everybody likes to be super extra, but we're going to give them the option to be extra. All right. So I think I have enough ideas here. What I can do now is come on to my little winter wonderland board. And then I'm also going to look up Baby It's Cold Outside. And then I know it's going to start giving me some baby theme stuff. So I like this one right here where it has the spruce trees. I'm going to add that to my winter wonderland because pretty much it's the same theme for me. But it's just giving me some examples of what type of imagery people are looking for. I see deer, I see trees, I see a snow-covered cabin. Those are things that you want to pay attention to when you're designing. This one is just basically text with the wood background and some snowflakes. That might be an option. I'm sure we're going to do way more than that, but it gives you an idea of the layouts that people are used to and what they want to see. I really like this type of watercolor type of art here. So I'm going to save that one and I'm going to show you that we can develop some artwork just like that without having to be an artist. All right, so that's all I'm going to do. We also have the idea to use snowmen and all that stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. It's time to work now. And we're going to come back to you because next week, I'm going to give y'all a little sneak peek. Is that all right? Let me see how many people y'all have on this live. Yeah, we only have 71 people on this live. Who here wants $10 templates? Who here is interested in some $10 templates? Go ahead and let me know now. Because if y'all not interested in $10 templates, then we won't even shoot for it. And if we can't at least get 100 people on this live, then y'all, we're not going to be able to do the YouTube lives, okay? Let me see. I got a little message here. All right, all right. All right, y'all say, listen, when you want something, what I tell you, do you wait for an opportunity? You create the opportunity. We create the opportunity. So I gave you an option to create an opportunity tonight. I have not had $10 templates in 2 years. Do I need to show y'all what the templates look like? Maybe we need a refresher. Maybe we need to have a little understanding of what this $10 template, what you be getting for a $10 template. These are templates. They're $40. Okay. And for some of you, like my OGs, y'all done unlocked all the templates. Listen, OGs, all I can tell my OGs is that y'all lucked up getting the lowest price of the century and staying connected and being able to really tap in at every given point. I don't know what more I could do for my OGs. Maybe y'all could let me know. But what I do for my OGs is I create new opportunities. So I create new opportunities for you all to grow, for you all to follow with me, and elevate with me. Okay. So right here, if you go to the link that Customer Happiness gave y'all, it's got a little hidden link right underneath where it says Photoshop 5-minute templates. If you click on that shop now, it's gonna give you some ideas of what we are about in this academy, okay? Now, I say that because I can show you better than I can tell you. Each one of these templates is worth $40. The amount of energy that we put into developing it, the layers that we give you, the time that we walk you through it. This is not just like, hey, we just threw a video up showing you how to do something. We threw a demo video up of me showing you how to flip it several times, not just once. And then we also have a live class that we do every Wednesday where we go through this with your peers and you get that recording too. So maybe you get to see how people mess up or how other people design and you get some ideas there. So these classes are well worth $40. If y'all want these for $10, and I mean, you can collect them. You can collect them like Pokemon if you want to, or you can use them and actually make some money. There are, I believe, about 150 of these templates right now. 150. If y'all want it for $10, we got to share. All right. So what we need to do is we have to get people onto the YouTube live. That means if you have a community, share with your community. If you have a business bestie or even a creative frenemy, y'all know the ones that ask you for all the help and don't never help you out. That creative frenemy, you kind of know that they need your help. Well, put them on us. Let them come seek their own help, and we'll take them off your back. Okay. Also, maybe y'all are scared to tell somebody where you're getting something from because you don't want to have the same resources. If I felt that way, I would not be where I am today. Literally, being able to help others and share my information, share my expertise, share my wins and what worked for me is literally what helped me 100 times what I would have made just keeping all this to myself. Okay. So that's why I reward sharing, because I really truly believe that it's the way to get our blessings. So let me see. Oh, Tosh, you got some creative frenemies. send them on to us. All right. And then that way they won't be bothering you for free because they know that it costs money to learn this kind of skill. All right, y'all. I'm going to go and get into this design. And hopefully at some point in time, you all will be able to unlock your deal. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to do Winter Wonderland. We got some ideas. We have our little Pinterest ideas here. I'm going to get some artwork, and I've already started developing some stuff for y'all. And just pull up here. What we gonna do? Let's do. I'm gonna go to my backgrounds now. This, let me see. how many images we already have in here. Okay, so right now there are about 1,600 images in here in this channel. And this is kind of like I work on the channel first to get it prepped for you all. And then when you all come into class on Monday, that's how I found it to work best. So when you all come into class on Monday, there's already at least 500 to 1,000 files just ready for you all to start working with and working on and basing things off those prompts. I don't care. Y'all can screenshot. You can grab the prompts. Like I'm not afraid of giving away information. And the reason why I want to tell y'all that is because some of us are not succeeding because we are afraid. And I'm not. Now I will protect what's mine. Granted, somebody tries to take from me, but I am not worried about anybody else being able to take what's mine or me not having enough information that if I gave it away for free, I don't have millions of other pieces of information to go with it. Okay. So here tonight, you could screenshot if you want to, but just know it. You're missing out if you don't come to the Monday class. Okay. So you could think you're getting something good for free, but you're going to get the best if you come to the class on Monday. Okay. So just putting that out there because I know what I know. So we're going to go ahead and I think we're going to go with the watercolor theme. I really like that. And that looks to be what's selling as far as invitations. So we can make the invitations, we can make the backdrops, we can make the plates and all that good stuff. Okay. So yeah, Coach Ann, I'm trying to get in some trouble. They won't even let me get in trouble tonight. Look, ain't nobody. Coach Ann's looking at me crazy. $10 templates. Yeah, I want to get in trouble, y'all. I can't even get in trouble because we don't have enough shares. We don't have enough people on the live for me to even get in trouble. And I know most of us are just relaxing today because we didn't have to work. So y'all go grab your friends and bring them in. What's up, G? All right. So what was I going to do? I'm going to give you an idea of what I plan on doing with this. All right. So this is a starter automizer for parties, right? So remember I told you we can come up with the idea for the cake. We can use this thing to come up with the backdrop, the party favors, all of that stuff. This is just a small collection of items that we could use. What do you think? Y'all, when I was on Etsy, I did not see people mocking up these different products for the baby shower or for the Winter Wonderland theme. I just saw like just the backdrop, just an invitation. You all are going to stand out just by using this type of work. Okay, so I'm going to show you how the work works tonight. And then on Sunday, I'm actually doing an Automizer class. Like I said, we're going to go through the Automizer and actually design some things in it. It'll be the new one. So yes, we will have an updated Automizer, and we actually have a 2.0 feature that is going to, I can't even talk about it right now. I'm just going to show whoever shows up on Sunday. I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and get into this. We're going to use this element, but I just wanted you to see when I did my research, I'm not finding people who are bundling a lot of these type of items. I do find people who bundle like the chip bags and the cups and that sort of thing, or the water bottle labels, which you should be doing all of that too. But go ahead, throw in that backdrop. They will pay, you will make so much profit on a backdrop that you never had to touch. Okay. Then they're going to be asking you, do you do balloons and all that stuff? No, you don't have to, but definitely mock it up with that stuff on it. Okay. The class is on Sunday. We have a boot camp for the Automizer, and we are actually going to be working on this, this particular setup. Right. But like I said, the whole idea on Sunday is that not just that you design it, because that I do the hands-on with y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I do the hands-on because I know that's what you get excited about. Okay. I know that's what you want to see and you want to get your hands on. But the thing that actually takes you to the next level with business, I serve it to you like it's a side dish, but it's really the main dish. And the main dish is this is a way to upsell your customers and get bulk orders. Okay. But I make it cute and fun and simple in Photoshop so that you think you're having fun, but really you're eating your vegetables. Does that make sense? All right. So let me go and get back in the design because I'm just over here talking and we need to be working. So let's go ahead and let's figure out what type of images we're going to use. I want to create, I'm going to do this kind of sage green color scheme. And that's what I That's what I already prompted here, but I'll show you how we could change colors and even re-prompt it different colors and that sort of thing. We can even take this one right here and tell it to, hey, I want to vary this one. And because I'm doing a pink baby shower, maybe I want it to be pink instead. Incorporating the color pink. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the difference between remixing the prompt and just putting the prompt in all over again. All right, so come on. Like, I hope y'all see all of this stuff that I have in here. Oh boy, it's a lot. I really like the Starry Night one too. Or the Aurora. That one is pretty. See, and this is where I get caught up. So this is all things that we're developing right here in AI. I really like this one too. Y'all can tell the watercolor for this theme really gets me. So this is why I chose this particular setup here. And then look at these. I could definitely see those being a party setup. And of course, y'all will have access to all of this. We'll actually prompt these things together. So, so that you'll have even more files than what I have. I do like the cabin there. Yeah, I prompted all of this, but I didn't get to slow down and really figure out what I want to use. So you're seeing my process right now. So what I want to do, I really like this theme here. So I'll probably, when I create the design tonight, I'll probably do a couple of flips for Wednesday's class using some of the stuff that we're going to be developing in AI class. And I think we're going to be able to do some real hot stuff with this whole gingerbread thing. I can see it happening. So I'm going to go with the watercolor because that's what I said. I'm getting too excited. Let me go on down to the bottom here. I see I put a little pink in there, but I don't necessarily like that. So I'm going to reimagine it with a whole, just calling out the whole new prompt, because what that did is it remixed and it tried to put pink in the sky, which I get it. But I'm not really feeling that. I really, 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 really like these. I really like those. I can see doing a whole setup with those, y'all. Stay tuned for class on Monday and Wednesday because we're going to do some interesting things. All right, so outside of that, on Sunday, the class is 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock is the boot camp. All right, and if you all end up doing the boot camp bundle, so there's a boot camp bundle that we have for already 14 boot camps that we already had access to all of those. One of them is my arts ed class, the screen printing class we did, a whole bunch of classes. So if you do purchase that one tonight, then I will let you in the class on Sunday for free, and then also the class that I'm doing on Tuesday for free. Those classes alone are $197. So when you're paying $380 for 14 classes plus all 8 of the past Shopify challenges, plus 2 new live classes that are $200 a piece, those two new classes that we're doing are worth the price of the whole bundle. Okay, so I wanted to give opportunity wherever I could give opportunity. So customer happiness, would you drop the link for that bundle if they want to attend the class on Sunday? And then just the class by itself, I do have a link for that. The class is $197, but you're going to get to spend about 3 to 4 hours with your girl. And we're going to make sure that we get you through marketing and creating some assets that you're going to be able to post on your Shopify store and your Etsy store. Okay. I don't like that. I really don't. I would much rather, and this is my philosophy here, y'all. I would much rather recolor my own. And I think you're going to see what I'm talking about here. So I have a few different versions of this here. I'd rather recolor my own. And I really like this one. Like that one, I'm going to go jump to it. All right, and once I jump to it, I'm going to go open in browser. It opens up here in my browser. I'm going to right click, save image as, boom, boom, boom. And then put it in my downloads. And y'all see, I've been working. Nate, look, I done created some little images for us for this whole baby shower, gender reveal thing. It's going to be so fun. But anyways, let's stick to the script. Right now, we're doing our watercolor. And this is our winter. And I'm going to put BG in the front just to remember it's the background. All right. So that's our main image there. Then I want to develop some images from this. So I'm going to access our Pinterest again. Go back to, we had a baby shower one, and then I had a different pin. That was the Winter Wonderland. Okay. All right, so with the Winter Wonderland, I'm looking at what themes I see. Okay, I see the trees and the snow. That's going to kind of be the background. I may want some in the foreground, so I may do some trees separately for the foreground. I see that they have deer, cabin, that sort of thing. So I'm just showing y'all what I think of and what I look for. And it's not that I'm trying to find exact clip art to replicate something. I don't know if y'all know this, but it's more work to replicate something than to use it as an idea and inspiration. And even like the truck here. Ooh, I'm going to do the truck. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all giving me some ideas here. I don't know if y'all giving them to me or I'm coming up with the randomness, because y'all know I'm good for the randomness. Let me go ahead and do some accents here. I already have some watercolor accents in here. Let me see what I already have. Do I already have deer? Let me see. Yep, I have some deer here. And we can incorporate those. And I'm looking for ones that I have created with the watercolor theme. And you'll see that I gave some different type of, you'll see in class on Monday, we have different types of artwork that we're going to be developing. So let's see, I like one, and I also, I'll say one is giving me more realistic, but still watercolor. 2 is giving me more abstract, but I like them both. Let me jump here. Okay, and then go ahead and upscale 1 and 2. And then I'm going to also look for a cabin. I already have some cabins here, some watercolor style cabins. Look for that. And I like 3. So I'm going to upscale number 3. I ought to jump to it first, then I can upscale it. Upscale 3. All right. So I do have some elk. If we're going to do this as a baby shower, I got an idea. What if I do some baby? Some little baby winter animals. I put in cute animals. Oh, all right. So let me not go too, but I'm going to go my own way with this. I love the little moose. The penguins are so adorable. The owls. And look at the reindeer. And the polar bear. Okay, so the polar bear is going to be what I go with. Polar bear and the Arctic fox. Those are cute. They go with my whole little white theme. I'm loving that. All right, so which one do I want to go with? I want to go with this one right here, which is U3. I'm going to upscale 3. And then for my polar bear, they are so cute. I'm going to go with 4. One looks like he's smiling even. And you know what? Maybe I'll just pick some animals and I'll see what works. I like one there. And I picked watercolor on purpose. The penguin is really adorable. I like one. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think I have some animals here. And I already got the Arctic fox. All right. Oh, caribou. Now these are cute too. And like I said, you can go wild with this stuff. You can create so many different variations. It is absolutely ridiculous. All right, so I think I have what I need. I just need to stay focused, Shannon. Stay focused and grab your clip art. I have flowers in here. I do have some baby stuff in here because I started making baby stuff for y'all too. All right, so let's go ahead, grab this one. And this one, we're just gonna see what we come up with. This one. And then you're gonna understand why these templates are worth more than $10. All right, open that one. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is, so I don't just start straight from scratch, I'm going to close up all this artwork and just start laying out on this one. We'll go ahead and save my pieces and drag them in with the artboard, because normally what I do is I'll tell you how to do file, place, embedded. I do that on purpose to make sure that you all stay on the same page and that you never get stuck with how you can drag and drop and that sort of thing. So I will be doing some things in this session that maybe we don't do in class because it may be a little more complicated. All right, so let me save my images. So I have my cabin saved. I have my fox. And you all can't see it right now, so I'll pull it over here so y'all can see it. Then I have my bear, my polar bear. Then my owl. And if you try to develop something in AI where you call out all these different animals, I find that I get mixes of animals that don't exist. So this is why I do it this way. Okay, now I can pull that off screen and let's get busy. Now I'm going to go to my folder here. And I'm going to grab my elements, drag and drop them from the folder right onto the scene right here. Now I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to show y'all the difference and why I use remove BG, because sometimes Photoshop does not get this quite right. So I'm going to take those and turn them off for right now. I'm going to do my little remove BG upload here. Now it will tend to take out my little watercolor splash elements around it, but I'm fine with that. All right, so here I dragged and dropped. Now I can just hit start. This one, oh, for the background watercolor, yeah, I can imagine that one did not know could not delineate foreground from background because it's a full image. Now these should be good to go. Let me open up my output folder and let's grab these images. And now since they are PNGs, I'm just gonna pull them right in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that came out much cleaner than what I believe would happen naturally. So I'm gonna group these and I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. Let's grab the penguin. And then what I can do is go to, this is how you all would do for yourselves, go to the object selection tool, go to select subject, this little drop down right here, go to cloud and select subject. All right, and I'm supposed to be on the penguin. All right, that one did actually pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and just put a layer mask on it. And that one did pretty nice. I'm going to take off the background there and put it back in. Not bad. However, I'm not going to do that for all of them, but that is to show you, I just demonstrated how you're going to be able to remove those backgrounds, okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead and roll with these. For the background here, I'm going to turn this on. I'm looking to size this about where I get the imagery, but I don't want to stretch it so big that really you don't see any of that. So when I develop designs for you all, I'm thinking of all that stuff ahead of time. I'm thinking about, because I already know y'all gonna supersize stuff, because I know I did this. You're gonna supersize stuff, have it in ill placement so that, you know, you think you have this beautiful backdrop, but you barely see the city because of how you have things designed and oversized and that sort of thing. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to double click, open this up, and that's why some of these files are gonna be big, y'all, because you know, increasing this image here. Now I could do this in Midjourney. I'm going to show you me doing it in Midjourney. I'm also going to do it here in Photoshop to show you the difference. Let me just pull that down. Okay. And then I'm going to create a rectangular marquee on the, making sure I'm on the inside meat. Then I'm going to select the inverse and tell it I want to do generative fill there. Let it generate. See what it gives me. Meanwhile, I'm going to come on. Let's see. Go to my background here. And I'm going to put in mountain so I can find the one style that I like. That's one of them, but I think this is the one that I really like. Let me jump to that one, and I'm going to tell it to zoom out 2x. Now, the problem is when I zoom out, my image is still, the dimensions of it is still only going to be 1080 by 1080 or some around about 1000 by 1000 pixels. That's not a lot. So you have to upscale these things. I don't upscale them because we're doing sublimation. So we can really get away with a lot. Look what it did as far as outpainting this here. So now I have some options. Ooh, I really like that one. Okay, I think I really, really like this one. Number 3. Number 2 is nice too, but I don't know why number 3 spoke to me. Maybe because of the reflection in the water there. But either way, I'm going to right click and then I'm going to merge down because I don't want to keep all these generative layers there. And then I know my sleeves go out a little bit more to the side. So I'm going to go to my crop tool, hold down my control and my alt. Well, there it is. Control Alt. Then I'm going to pull it out. Oh, I have it on my 1-to-1 ratio. I'm like, what in the world? I have to take it off 1-to-1 ratio so that I can pull it out just by itself here. There we go. All right. Same thing here. I'm going to grab this area here, hold down Shift, or I can select up top here where it's going to do my additive selection. Make sure you grab some of that inside meat. Generative fill. Let's generate. Oh, baby sloths. That would be a good idea. So yeah, this is going to be saved in the craft square. I'm not saving these things on YouTube, y'all, because it kills my YouTube streams. And then y'all don't show up live. So y'all get it. Whoever shows up live gets the juice. Okay. And then that's why I need y'all to have more people show up live, because if we can't get enough people to show up, then I promise y'all I got so many things I need to be doing with time. But I want this to be a helpful resource. I truly do. So we're gonna try this thing out. I'll figure out a good day for y'all. We're gonna try this thing out for I'm gonna give y'all about 2-3 weeks to get it together and call your people and make sure that we show up. All right, so on the sides here, I'm not too worried about what shows up on the side because that is literally going to be where our sleeves are, so it's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and merge that down. Boom, there we go. All right, so see how now we have more area covering up our shirt area here, and now we can pull this down a little bit, maybe use some of the sky up there. This looks gorgeous. And then if I need to pull it up a little bit, I can pull it up there. So I'm making the most of my design. So I am happy with that. Now, when I design, I'm also imagining that I'm going to be using this for other things, not just for, for a t-shirt. But the t-shirt is going to help you set everything else up. All right, so I have my polar bear. I have my penguin, my owl. I have a cabin and a fox. Okay. Don't know where I'm going with all this stuff, but we're going to get there. Now, I also, I don't deal well with these hard lines and stuff. So I want to pretty much get rid of these little hard lines here. Might make that a little bit bigger. And I have to imagine this house, this cabin is not my focal point. So I want you to kind of imagine that we need to get our focal point in here so we can have some idea of what we're going to design there. So let's say that, let's go back to our inspiration. And I really liked the images where it kind of has like the layers of animals, and you can kind of see the theme here. You can go with different animals. These are all pretty much winter type animals. They would not necessarily be singing in harmony with their eyes closed together because one of them would get eaten up by the other, okay, or something like that. So I don't want you to feel like you have to be so literal. I want you to have fun with it. I want you to really create and maybe even create some whimsical and fairy tale dimensions where, yes, a fox and a penguin and a deer and a polar bear could just sit together with their eyes closed and be lovely. All right, so I really like that style. And but this style is not necessarily the style that we have. So basically you can create your own world using elements from this sort of thing. And then if you're thinking of doing something like cutouts or party favors and that sort of thing, you can imagine that all of these little elements, now that you have them separated and not just one flat image, you can do so many different things with them. All right, so I want to develop some individual trees too. And then look at this one. I just want y'all to see. Like literally this one right here, we could have just taken the backdrop as is and put the words, "Let the adventure begin." And we would have a done data project, okay? I'm just letting y'all know that we get into the extras of it, but it's because we love what we do, but it's not necessary at all. All right, so I want to now go back here. I'm gonna get some individual trees. So I think these are considered, I'm going to put them in my accents folder. And let's go ahead and make us some trees. And I'm going to keep it real simple so it could tell me what kind of trees. Because if I put a specific type of tree in there, maybe I think it's a fir tree and maybe it's not. Maybe it's something else, pine tree or whatever it is. I know it's not a pine tree. Or maybe it is. I don't know. All right, so I'm going to get more specific here and do winter snow-capped trees. So these are some nice trees, nice little watercolor trees, but I want to be a little more specific here. And then you all will see by the time I pull something together why it is what it is. Okay. So, and then also you have to imagine when you put in plural, when you put in an S there, it's going to give you multiple ones. Which I want multiple ones because I didn't want the same tree, but you could also put in the word tree. Oh, isolated on a white background. I like some of these. I really like this collection here, but I want to grab some foreground. So I think I'm going to go this one right here, which is U3. I'm going to upscale number 3. There we go. And it has my little blue theme. You know my theory about doing things in blue and green. It's so much easier to change the colors. So now I'm going to save those as my trees. Bring those in. And I could go ahead and do like a remove background here, but I want to show you it's probably not going to be as clean as you might want or expect. Okay, and it was good enough to get the background out there for me. I'm going to take these trees and fade off the floor a little bit whenever I get to that point, and also clean up some of that white. But for right now, I'm actually going to use these as part of my foreground. And the white is supposed to be there because it is snowy. Like I told it to be snow-capped. All right, so we have that. What else do I want? If we keep this, now we can bring, I did make some watercolor babies. We can bring a subject image in here. All right, let me see. Where are my watercolor babies? Okay, so I have some already saved. I'm going to bring them in. So, or maybe I did I not save my watercolor babies? I did not. So let me go ahead and grab them. So I want to go with this one here. Nope, I fixed her feet. Let's open in browser. She's adorable. And then I also have, he's adorable. And we also have ones where they're like sitting down. I got some playing basketball, all kind of stuff. I want to do a 1-year-old. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, I really like her too. But I think because I'm going to do Wonderland. Okay. She's going in there. Because, yeah. Oh, he's so cute too. All right, so this is what I'm telling you, what kind of trouble you can get in, okay? Whole lot of trouble. Whole lot of trouble. Let me go ahead and make one. I'm going to do, this one's not going to be standing. She's going to be, and I'm going to put 1-year-old. And I'm just going to put that she's wearing a blue and green dress. The reason why I do blue and green, because I can always change the colors. But if you wanted to, you could do pink or whatever the case may be. I'm just letting y'all know why I do what I do. And the reason why I'm choosing 1-year-old is because we're going to do Winter Wonderland. And then the other one, what did I say it was going to be? Baby is cold outside. So that would work for either. And then here's the thing. See, I'm giving way too much because normally, yeah, you know what? It don't matter. Because I don't want to be here a really long time, but I know I can be, and I know y'all would hang out with me. So I'm aiming to make my YouTube video shorter, but somehow that doesn't quite happen. I'm going to go ahead and create the model. So let's say I want to do a... And we'll just do models in general. So I'll create a channel for y'all's models. So what I want to do is I'm going to imagine a beautiful Black woman, pregnant, wearing a blue and green, or I'll just put a blue dress. Pregnant. Am I spelling that wrong? I don't know, y'all. I never had to spell pregnant before. That sounds kind of harsh, but I haven't. Let me make sure I'm spelling it right, y'all. I spelled it right. Just don't look right for some reason. All right, so beautiful Black woman pregnant wearing a blue dress. And I'm gonna put like I'm just gonna put this, and then we're gonna see if it gives me images, if it gives me photos, if it gives me illustration. You done? Are you done? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Also, I'm watching you live.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my nephew had to tell me he was watching my live, even though he's watching it on the screen. All right, so here's some things that I will put in for that. I want to get more of a full body picture of her because I want someone to imagine that I could put their image in this design or what they would look like standing in front of this image. Okay, so I'm gonna tweak this a little bit. I'm gonna do photo shoot of, and then I'm gonna put beautiful Black woman pregnant wearing a blue dress. And I also want to put that this is a full body. And then another way that you can kind of get full body in there sometimes is say like barefoot or what type of shoes someone's wearing. That doesn't always ensure it, but it does give you more of a chance. And let's see what we come up with there. Oh, Lord. I put barefoot and it thinks I'm trying to get something else. So let me, the bear is attached to foot. And I don't even have the word. Oh, it says boy. Let me change that to body. Listen, I am not over here. Full body. Barefoot. Lord have mercy. All right, so while that's cooking, I'm doing that because I want to show you that you can get your models from here too. So let's say you're trying to showcase what a backdrop looks like and the sizes and how you could mock up for a party. You can use Midjourney and AI to create the models even for your project. Okay, so it looks like it's developing there. Probably going to end up with, and I didn't even have to tell it. See, I was going to tell it to put the hands on the belly and all that stuff. I didn't even have to tell it that. What it's doing is it's using the World Wide Web to understand what this sort of imagery may look like in order to develop these. And I like this one. I really like the one. I think I like the top one best. But what I'm going to do, I'm not quite sure that that's what I want. So I'm going to put V1 to give me some variations. And then I'm going to get some variations and then decide which one I want to upscale from there. Now, while that's cooking, let me come on back over here to Photoshop and say, okay, what do I need to do to clean up my image? So I'm going to take my animals here, kind of turn them off for a moment. I'm probably going to have to do some color matching and all that sort of stuff too. But for the most part, I want to get what is my theme color going to be. So I can go back to my inspiration and see what are the colors most people are seeking. And those colors are like the greens and the whites. And we kind of get a little sprucey here. And maybe it involves some grays and maybe it has a little tint of blue. But if I'm doing the baby shower, then the baby shower may end up having a tint of blue and that sort of thing. So that's why I always make my colors variable. So I'm going to make everything green kind of to start with, and then I'll show you how we can flip it out. Is that all right? All right, and I need some snowflakes. I don't think I have any snowflakes. Now, some of this stuff is easier to get stock art versus trying to create your own art, but this is it's just more fun. Let's see. I might have like my original one. I'm also checking for them fingers, see what them fingers do. And I like this one that she's looking away. And then I do think I might like the original one better. Okay, so I'm going to upscale one. And then let's upscale number 2 here too. Okay, and I'm just bringing those in as models. So I can open in browser. Save that image. I'll save her as Prego 1. And then let's grab our second image. And the fact that she pretty much looks the same, I can show y'all what I would do, like if I was going to watermark an image or something. So I'll use it on purpose, both images on purpose. Okay. And I think our eyes look a little weird right there. I probably would regenerate that, but for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and throw it in there. All right, all right. And I'm shifting through our design ideas. I make sure that I'm hitting on what would be appealing. And like I said, that green, definitely, I'm actually going to save this green one to Winter Wonderland because that green is going to be very, very popular. And this one, see how this one has pink and blue? All right, so I'll save a few of those. Boom. Now we have those added to the mix. So now I have like a person that might be in the image. I have some of my watercolor type imagery. Oh, that's what I said I was going to do. I was going to make y'all a truck. Let me go ahead and make y'all a truck. And I liked how I had the animals in the truck. I would have never thought of that unless I saw it. So that was fun. Oh, look at the trees. Okay, Shannon, focus. So let's do, I'm going to take my prompt here. Boom. Let's do an antique blue truck. I'm going to go with the blue or the green, y'all. And then I'll put this isolated on the white background, see what it gives me. See what it gives me. Well, let's let that go. And then I'm going to go ahead and start bringing in my image here. One and two. And I am going to just use the regular old remove background here, see what it does. Typically what I do is I go to object selection, then I go to my drop down where I choose the smart selection. Sometimes it doesn't give me what I want for hair, but this is actually looking decent. If I see that like it's not getting my flyaways or it's getting like too hard of edges, then I do choose to use a different cutout feature. But this is working really well. All right, so now I'm going to pull these together. And I'm just imagining that this is going to be my foreground image here. Say, which one do I want my foreground? Which one do I want my background? That will probably be my background image, or maybe like a watermark, or I like to do watermark images, but you don't have to do watermark. Watermark just is basically reducing the opacity. And sometimes you're also taking down the color so that it is more like a grayscale. So if I put her here, then I'm going to put my cabin on the other side, just for a little bit of balance. And then I'm going to turn both of these off so I can fade off the bottom of the cabin down there. So let's go ahead and add a layer mask, grab my paintbrush. And I was using a splash paint, but I just need a soft round brush here, maybe about 800 pixels. So I'm going to do a bigger fade off. And I'm on the layer mask, not on my image. I'm going to make sure that I have black selected because black is going to conceal and white reveals. And I'm just going to do a little fade off there. And like I said, with this stuff, you have so much in the space that you do not have to worry about being so literal. I know, like, I'm saying that, and I probably get caught up myself being very literal because I'm very thematic. I'm very literal. I'm like, oh, the shadows aren't going the same way. Look at what's out there right now. That's what I'm asking you to do. Look at what's out there and know that you're creating something better than what already exists. Okay. If I wanted to make this one grayscale, I'm going to do a black and white layer on top of this, and then I'm going to clip it down to just that. Okay. And then what I can do is I can change this blend mode. I'm going to put this in this folder, change the blend mode to maybe I want the color to show through, but how do I want it to show through? If I choose overlay and then give it more opacity, I'd like how it's intensifying the trees there, but I don't like how light it's making her face. So I'm going to choose a different blend mode. Soft light is a little too soft. I think I'm going to go with my go-to is usually darken or multiply, and then pulling down the opacity. But I also might end up changing these levels a little bit. So I want to see more of the brightness there. And then I might also choose to like recolor her based on what our theme color is going to be. So I like to change my theme colors so that it's extreme. So let's change all of this to pink, just so we can see what it looks like in pink. So let's do on this layer here, on the blue dress layer, we're going to do a hue saturation, right click, and we'll do a hue saturation on top of everything right now. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this little finger here, and I'm going to pick the color that's in our dress. It tells me that's cyan, and I'm going to drag it down, saturation, just to see. Yep, there's cyan there. There's a little bit of blue in there still too. But if I focus on the cyan, I can change it pretty much to whatever color I want. So somebody said purple winter wonderland. And I was listening to you, so I'm gonna make it like a nice lavenderish purple winter wonderland. And all I did was change out the blues. Now it's not quite a winter wonderland because I'm seeing a lot of green in here. So I might take the greens and turn the greens down to make them more gray. So I can go to my greens here and I can brighten them up a little bit to make it look more like it is snow-capped. I can bring the saturation down so it doesn't have so much green. Looks like I would have to do that with the yellow color as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back and not change my greens. So I'm going to refix the greens and go to my cyans. I'm going to keep it simple. So we keep the greens and we're just going to change the blues. That way I don't have to over explain a few things here. So I'm increasing the saturation so I get more of a bolder color. That way I know what color I'm selecting first, because I don't want a magenta and I don't want a blurple. So I want to make sure I actually have a purple first before I go bringing down the saturation, because then it's harder to see what color I'm selecting there. All right, if I want it to be a little bit lighter, there we go. And then of course I have my levels on here. Oh, that's on the background one. Let me put some levels on top of the dress here. And I have to right click and create clip and mask. And if I just wanted to color just her dress, then I would be selecting the blue of just her dress. We could do a selective color there, but the easiest thing to do is literally to just take the paintbrush here, and I'm just kind of giving her skin tone back and just changing the purple there. Now, it's a lot harder to do this, like where her hand is over the belly. I would really need to be going into my quick selection tool and on her image, be selecting her arm, trying to make sure that it's nice and separated. Get out of here, pop up. But I'm really not trying to get too much into that, but it should be doing a cloud selection as well here. That way, if I wanted to, and her fingers are a little messed up. And ain't nobody's paying attention. And plus, this is not the person that's going to be on the mock-up. I just want y'all to understand that too. All right, so I could come here with the minus and kind of get rid of some of this extra. All right, but all I'm doing literally is on her dress. Uh-oh. I'm supposed to be on the blend mode. All right, so I'm just giving her color back there. And y'all see Photoshop starting to act a little fool on me. All right, it's not perfect, but at least you can see that we have the ability to also change something based on the levels that are there. So the levels are going to determine your midtones, your highlights, and your shadows. And those are advanced techniques that I believe you all can get good playing with if you just try. All right, so we are getting things together here. Let me see what is down here at this here bottom. Okay, so that is her dress there. I know it looks like her dress is kind of abruptly cut off. So just because it's bothering me and I can see it at the bottom there, I'm going to fade that off too. So I'm just going to go onto this layer mask area here. Let me cut off the existing one. Let me grab my brush here on the layer mask here. And I'm just going to fade that off. All right, now this is stuff that's easy to do. You all do this kind of stuff in class where you fade off the image. If you've never done these kind of things before, you need to come to our newbie class. We have a newbie class on Saturday. If you have not RSVP, go ahead and sign up for that class now on the Brand on Demand site. That link where everything is for today also has the sign up for the free Photoshop class. Even if you're OG, if you don't know how to cut out your image, if you don't know how to fade off your image, if you don't know how to add text, if you don't know how to do a layer mask where we, create the little grungy frame, all of that stuff. We do all of that for free in a class on Saturday. So that is tomorrow. Come on to class. All right. Okay. So 1, 2, I think I'm good there. And let's start to add our little friends here. I haven't forgot about the truck. I'm going to check on the truck. Okay. We're going to be probably adding some text as well. And this one just happened to have a little purple in there. I probably would even fade this off to make it merge well with the scene. And of course, we have our little trees and stuff that we're going to be bringing back in here. So I'm looking at how I'm going to compose this. All right. Let me check on. I'm gonna check on the truck, even though the truck I would use if I didn't have the image in the front. So I kind of like this one. This one's nice too. Let me tell it I want a side view. Antique blue truck. Let's put side view. And then I'll come back if I can remember, y'all, because I just be letting this stuff cook and then I end up burning it up. All right, and I could tell that our hue saturation, if you can see, is also taking that blue and is coloring it purple even inside of our images here. So I like to do like an overarching kind of recolor because I know that I brought my images in as blue, so it should kind of give me a purplish design there. The only one that I see that may need some help right now is this owl. I'm actually going to go into the owl and see if I can clean up the background a little bit more. Let's do solid color background. And then I'm going to see if I can do the quick selection tool. And I want to select my plus tool here. So it's going to be adding to the selection. And sometimes this generative fill thing gets right in the way. All right, so I'm selecting some of my outside here. So hopefully you can tell that I don't want this stuff. And if it gets too confused, then I can always use the pen tool to do some different selections. So like I said, this is stuff that we learned in the newbie class. I think we weren't doing some of these selection activities before, but we have to, y'all, because these are some essential things that you want to know when it comes to Photoshop. All right, so I'm just adding to the, oh Lord, I went too far. Let me go back here. All right, and I was trying to grab the little black parts in there too, but I think what I'm going to do for that, just to make sure we add to it, is I'm going to use the lasso tool here. Yeah, we're grabbing all that. See, it's kind of deceiving because there are some little tiny pixels that it is not selecting around here, and you will think you're all good until you go to put that on something and you're like, where is that little trash coming from? I cannot stand when I see little trash. And even if it's like not a sublimation design, sublimation can handle a lot of imperfections. But if it's not sublimation, it's DTF or screen print or vinyl, you're not going to be able to deal with that. Now, that is one of the downfalls of doing watercolor type of art because it typically is going to have a lot of cleanup to it. And then I believe I'm keeping that part because that's part of the owl's tail, I'm imagining. And then I am needing to get rid of some of that. All right, so now I have the inverse selected. That means I'm going to get rid of negative, this part right here. All right, let's see. Let's do selected mask and let's see what it looks like. Okay, it looks pretty decent, but I could definitely clean up around here. So, wrong way. Put it on negative. I do that all the time, y'all. No matter how long I've been using Photoshop, I still get confused on whether I'm choosing the negative or the positive. You see some of that trash, you will not know. Oh, it ain't, grab his tail. Give me the tail back. Honestly, I'm not mad that the tail's not there because it looks pretty decent. Nobody would know there was a tail supposed to be there. And I can't tell whether that's the tail or the background. So we're going to go ahead and cut it. Let's go ahead and add our layer mask now. That looks good. We can go ahead and get rid of this. And now our owl should have a nice clean outline. And that's the only one I'm doing that for. All right, so when you come to class too, you want to make sure your images are nice and cut out. And that was the one that I used Remove BG to cut out because it had so much of the ink behind it, it thought it was part of the image. All right, so we probably need some words here. What words did we say we were going to use? I'm going to do baby, it's cold outside because this is for the baby shower. All right, so baby, it's cold outside. Let's go ahead and just start making some text here. I'm going to do baby by itself. And what I would like to do is I like to count my text in lines of 6. I have 1, 2, 3 at the top, 4, 5, 6 at the bottom. I have done a lot of math to figure out that most designs do not have more than 6 lines of text. That's whether you're doing in love and memory, baby shower, happy birthday, whatever. Let me see. I'm going to choose the Thanksgiving since we just had Thanksgiving font. I like that. All right, so baby. And then maybe I'll put it up top and have her stand in front of it. But because I have 2 images up here, I'm probably going to put it down there. So baby. And then I'm going to get it how I like it, and then I'm going to duplicate it. So this is what y'all learned in, I'm telling y'all, if y'all just come to the free class on Saturday, you learn how to do 99% of this. I'm just doing more of it. But yes, you bring in the image, you type your text, add the effects and all. So let me go ahead and let me do one of our effects that I give y'all on Saturday. So you know it's for real, for real. So y'all get one of these, y'all get all 3 of these effects. I'll be using the mess out of this glitter, but it wins. It wins. Actually, you know, this one, I'm going to go metallic. I'm going to go metallic with this one, and then that way I can change my stroke here. It's a stroke of 4. Let me go to outside, and let's do a stroke of 18. I don't know what I'm doing. Like well, I know what I'm doing, but I don't have this pre-planned. So literally I'm working out mentally what I would be doing by myself if you all were not around. I'm going to add another stroke, and then let me do a color there. That way I can tell it to overprint, and then the blend mode would be color. So just in case I want that to be silver and not gold, or gold and not silver, I'm going to make it gold. And of course, it's not showing me my gold because this little white blotch is there. I'm going to turn this eyeball on and off because Photoshop right now is aggravated by me doing so much. It's been doing this lately ever since the AI version of Photoshop. But it's cool. Well, it's not too cool because I am over here tripping, y'all. I have not done a save dance this entire time. I am tripping. Oh. All right, so let me go back here, and I want to change the color of the outline to, and it still wants to do this, y'all. It's tripping. Let me grab, I guess I'll just make a yellow. I know where yellow goes. I know where it comes from. I'm going to go with like a Vegas gold-ish. Okay. All right, so got my text. So baby, and then if I want to recolor this, then I'm going to put a solid color. Just make it red for right now, just so it's apparent. Create a clipping mask, and you cannot see it because it needs a certain blend mode on it. All right, so I need to turn this one on, that one off, and there we go. And let me go ahead and change this blend mode to color. And I kind of like that it's seeing through right now, but I kind of don't. So let me change it to where this knocks it out. And should have everything on normal. And my fill is on 0 right now. I'm going to bring my fill up to 100. There we go. And my opacity here, let's see, color overlay is the gold. What I want to do here. Trying to think of how I want to change this in the future, because I don't like how bright it is. I probably have to change my gradient on top. I think that's what I'll do. I'll change the gradient, because I always, when I develop templates, I'm trying to figure out how you do the least work. So if I don't change this gradient, then I end up having to change the levels each time. And sometimes y'all don't remember to change the levels. And then you're like, oh, my color is too light or my color is too dark. So I like to make it easier where at least the mid-tones are going to be there for you. So I'm going to change this gradient to make this mid-tone a little bit darker, a little more standard gray there. And I'll make this one a little bit darker. And then let me put my blend mode on. Put on multiply. It's got a little bit darker here. And yeah, in order to get that true red, I'm going to need to add a levels layer here. And I can pull, you see that white is there? You can pull that white down. And then I can get my full gradient that I want. And red is one of the harder colors to manipulate. So if you get red right, everything else is pretty much going to fall into place. I may play with that a little bit more. But let me go ahead and grab my purple, because we said we're making this purple. So you can see we have a few different purples going on here. I have some really deep purple back here in the trees in the background. And then let's use multiply here. Turn that off for a second. I'm going to make this color here just be grayed out. So no matter what color I put on top of it. So right now it is gold. I'm going to make it gray. Okay, that way I can recolor it. And now I can make it pastel by bringing, there we go. All right, that's not what I want y'all to really focus on, but those are things that I normally do in the background. Now I also feel like it needs to stand off a little bit. So I'm going to, I have a drop shadow there. I'm going to add another stroke and make this one white. And I need to make it a little bit bigger. Since that one is 16, I need to make it a little bit bigger so it pops out there. There we go. Now I can kind of see a little bit better. And then with that also, I may make my drop shadow a little bit stronger to pop out there. And I'm also going to do another stroke. This one will go inside. And I only want to do maybe about 8 pixels. And I'm going to do black, but I can't see it. Got to keep refreshing it. Let me save my work, because I think Photoshop is tripping right now. All right, and what I'm doing is I'm kind of creating a little bit of contrast between the outline there. Okay, I put my blend mode on normal and then bring down the opacity there. All right. There we go. That makes me feel a little bit better. All right. So that's my word, baby. I'm going to group that. I'm going to call that my I'll say that's line number 1, 2, 3. Let's say that's line number 4. So I'm going to duplicate that. I'll make this a smart color. Right click. There I go. All right, so let's duplicate that group. And like I said, y'all do all of this in Photoshop class on Saturday for the free 99. And class starts at 11 a.m. Oh, I'm just over here talking. I ain't looked at the comment section yet. Y'all left me so lonely. No, you don't have. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate that. That's my OG, triple OG, Sharon. Yeah, you don't have to do all of this. I'm showing you how I build it. Some people are interested in actually building this stuff from scratch. Other people are like, girl, I see everything you put into it. Let me pay that $40 for the 5-minute template. Or we have a membership where if you pay just $50 a month, then you have access to 8 templates that unlock every single month. So so a brand new template unlocks every single week, and then you also have an old one that unlocks. So every single week you have an opportunity to work on 2 projects, 2 templates for $50 a month. So you're going to have about, I think it takes almost 2 years to unlock everything. Now that's why I was telling y'all, some of you may want to go ahead and do that that bundle deal, because you unlock all of the classes, 150 of them, all of the templates, 150 templates, and you get the craft to quit, which is where you get to come to the live classes on Wednesday. So you get to actually get the template 7 days earlier than the standard group, and you get them in real time. So you're going to work on them with us in class on Wednesday. So we show you how to flip it in 5 minutes. Okay, so yes, it is a membership plan, and we have a bundle deal for that. But the membership, there's a $50 standard membership where you just get access to the pre-recorded lessons and you still get the templates. And then we have a live version, which we call it our VIP. You can come to class on Photoshop class on Wednesday. And then the craft to quit, they have basically more interactions with us because you're more business oriented at that point in time. So you get to come to the Wednesday classes. We have a Thursday class that I do where you come inside the Zoom room and I'm helping you move the needle in business every single week. And then Coach Chrissy does Crafting for Cash on Fridays. Typically, I'm not here. Usually it's Coach Chrissy doing Crafting for Cash. And then, of course, we have all kind of other opportunities where coaches inside of the academy are giving you all opportunities to learn and grow. For instance, our free Saturday class, you come to Saturday class, we give you the file to work on. We teach you how to do the simple tasks that are probably the most intimidating for most people. That way, when you come into a Wednesday class, you're flipping like this. And we call them template flips because literally it should take 5 minutes to flip each design iteration that you do. All right, so once I develop this, it takes literally 5 minutes to swap out the design, change the colors, change the text, and you are good to go. But I'm showing y'all my process, okay? Some of y'all said y'all like to see that, so I would like to see that this is what y'all want to see. All right, so line 5 is going to be it's cold. So I'm going to double click on the T. It's cold. Yeah. And then my line 6 is going to be outside. Duplicate the group. Double click on that T. And outside. And y'all see, like already our stuff looks better than most of what was presented. So that's what I'm telling you. You could copy people's stuff if you want to, but if you just use it for inspiration and just leave it, like look at it and then tuck it away. Look at it for a second, tuck it away. So then that way you don't feel like you have to recreate something. And just because a customer gives you something and says, hey, can you make this? I can make my version of it. Don't ever agree to just make something. I've actually made the mistake of doing that before, and I highly regretted it. So, be smarter than me. All right, so I am going to just move the text and not the smart color. All right. And of course, depending on, so we need to get to the point because it's already 10 o'clock. Y'all see, and I have not even put my all into this. I did not give y'all my Mariah Carey. I did not give y'all my all with this tonight, but I'm at least showing you my process. Okay. Now y'all already know when it comes to a Wednesday template, I'm a do it up. Okay. But I wanted you to have something to see the process. So, baby, it's cold outside. I think that I'm trying to do more to this thing, and it's really what it needs to be. Maybe my penguin here, placement. We could do some things. And maybe I have too many animals on here, and I need to pick which animals I'm gonna have and not gonna have. That's the thing too. I have my animals. I have my cabin back there. And maybe this is, like I said, just a version of the design. I don't like to put things outside of this area here. So I may use this area to kind of lay things out, but it's very rare that you get in these 4X, 5X shirts. So everybody want a design where all the design is hanging out. Yeah, we have to be careful of that, y'all. That it really looks horrible when somebody with a 4X shirt has a big old design, but then you're doing a small and you don't cut off the letters. You don't even see the word outside. It just says baby is cold because the whole word outside is missing because we don't try to put it down there at the bottom. Follow the guidelines, okay? You have this box around here for a reason. That's going to be your safe space for your 13 by 19. If you're doing a program, if you're doing an 8.5 by 11, that dimension still works for you, okay? I just want y'all to keep that in mind. All right, so now that is going to be my background. So what I'm going to do here is put that joker right up in there. Close this out. Okay, so I have my background. I can add a layer mask there. I usually put a layer mask in there for you and see how her dress is kind of hanging out of there. So I can take Prego number 1 and I'm going to go ahead and fade that off because I don't want her hanging out there like that. Okay, it's not necessary. Now, if I was on the backdrop, it wouldn't matter, but I design for efficiency. I used to design for the sake of designing. The reason why I teach y'all to design for efficiency is because literally you all can take these things and design a multitude of products if you design for efficiency. And I'm showing you that process right now. All right, so let me turn my background back on. Well, it's already on. I'm just going to disable the layer mask. Make sure everything looks good here. And then it's not recoloring this very background image here because I have it below everything. Let me pull it back up. There we go. And I may not want to recolor. See, my trees are pretty blue here. I could actually change the colors of my trees, but I kind of like them purple though. Like the trees in the background are purple. Let me not get too much into this, y'all. All right, so yeah, I want to leave the trees purple. I'm going to make it my own thing. What do I want to do now? Let me turn off my guide so I can kind of see this as a full picture. My text, I'm going to go ahead and group all of this and just call that all text or text all. And then I'm going to reduce the size of my little animals just a little bit. I'll place the polar bear and my fox in front of the text. And let me go ahead and turn my guides back on because this is where I get loose. If I don't have them guides on, I'll be having stuff all outside of the printable area. Okay, now I'm not mad if it cuts off this image. What I'll be mad at is if it cuts off the face or anything like that. So I'm strategically placing this to where I'd be okay if like part of his little feet got cut off. All right, so a little bit smaller here. All right, and you see how this gets? Like we get to wanting to make things so big, but that is not optimal for design. And I'm thinking I might have to let me see. Do I want to let one of my little animals go? Let me take Mr. Penguin. It's bothering me that Mr. Penguin is kind of sitting there like that. There we go. Okay, I just need to pull him out a little bit. His face was a little too hidden. I feel like my balance is off. There we go. That looks a little bit better. All right, so recolored that whole thing, got the words in there. Let's I think I'm ready to go ahead and change this out. All right, yep, I'm ready to go ahead and change this out, and I probably would fade this down here too, even though I know most people won't see this. Let's go to the trees on our layer mask, grab this brush, and we're gonna soften that up. You can even soften up, like I know the trees are supposed to be snow-capped and stuff, but they look a little harsh. So you could soften them up a little bit with the brush. All right. And that's it. I think that's our design, y'all. Let me see what happens when I change this out to my hue saturation. I'm going to call this one lavender. And then I'll duplicate it. Turn the lavender off. And then let's see what this is going to be. Not the master, the cyans. Okay, so I'm just changing my cyans. Ooh, that Tiffany blue. We can achieve that. That's not quite Tiffany. I need more saturation. Yeah, there we go. I'm getting that saturation and then maybe a little tiny bit darker. And then what I could do for this one, I'm going to call this one Tiffany. If I don't like the greens now, because the greens are kind of standing out too much, I can go to my greens. And I can pull down the saturation, make it gray. And then I can pull up my lightness to make it a little bit lighter gray. Same thing for the yellows. Go to my yellows. Now, yellows probably will affect her skin tone. So that's why it's a little dangerous to play with the yellows. Let me show you. It's not affecting her skin tone much, but it definitely is affecting her skin tone. So I'm going to not mess with the yellows. I'm going to put that back at 0. And I'm going to leave them yellows alone. But what I could do is I could actually go in here and recolor. There's only a little bit of yellow in there. I could go and recolor this from the background image. So where's a background image? Go on here. And I'm going to basically, if I wanted to change where the blue color changed, and I will make it more blue. So I'm going to add new layer there. I'm going to grab some blue. So in order to get the blue that changes, the exact blue, I'm going to turn off my color here for now. And on this painted layer, I'm going to Alt click and drag some of that blue, or drag until I get, yep, that's a good little blue right there. And then with my paintbrush, I'm paint over. Gotta get my color in the foreground. I'm going to paint over. And then for my blend mode, I'm going to choose color. Okay, so it just makes that a little bit blue there. So I'll get the blue color. If I wanted it to change how the green changed, then I would color that green. Which actually I think that might be smarter. It would look more cohesive. Let me do that again. I'm going to choose the green color. So Alt. When I have the color with the brush tool, if I hold down Alt, it turns into the color picker. I'm going to grab that green and I just paint it over that yellow. And because I use this image on more than just this, I want to make sure anywhere that I saw that yellow, I'm kind of recoloring so I don't have to do this anymore. Got it. And now I'm going to change this blend mode to color. And now I have no more yellow. All right. Then when I recolor the entire image, it just makes sense. Okay, so I'll turn those yellow or the green areas gray. All right, so let's go ahead and turn everything back on here. I have a little bit of yellow up here in the sky, but I don't want to make it green, I don't think. I think I want to make it blue instead. So here, now I would, like I said, I would not expect y'all to be doing all this. I'm going to choose the blue that I had before, that one right there. And then I'm going to paint the sky area. And then I'm going to use the blend mode of color. No, let me use hue and let me blend that off a little bit. I just don't want to see that stark yellow there. Here we go. All right, so now when I change my Tiffany blue, it changes from more of a slate blue to a tealish turquoise. And then I could also tell it to turn down. I think I already told it to turn down my greens. You see that's where green is in the image. And then let's also check on those blues. So it has a little bit of blue here, you see that? I can bring the saturation of my blues down so that it just focuses on that Tiffany color. And this is just the cheating, like the cheat way of recolor images. If she had on a red, it would be much harder to do this. Yeah, and I think that isn't giving me the effect I want, so I'm going to get rid of it. I'd just rather that be in the sky than have that color right there right now. All right. So now what I'm going to do, I got my purple because I want to do this one as purple. I want to leave the green in there because I like the green with the purple. And then if I don't want like a certain layer to have the recoloring, I could move this recoloring layer to each individual layer, or I can move it to a certain group. I'm recoloring this overall because I think it's really simple just to recolor it. Now that I look at it, it's just super simple. All right, so back to my guides. I think we are ready to start getting some of this out of here. So what I'm going to simply do for almost everything that you design, you just need a background and a foreground. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this here my foreground. I'm going to call this here my background. And then what I like to do is just test it out to make sure that things are going to fit here. and my layer mask. All right, so I'm gonna disable layer mask and I'm gonna go ahead and quick export the background here. And this is $249. And then I'm gonna quick export my foreground, if I can spell it correctly. And it's taking quite a while because this is a large file. And keep in mind, it's a large file. I was doing AI and I'm live streaming. And I have too many tabs open that I don't want to admit. All right, so let's make sure foreground is spelled right. Now I'm taking my foreground. And I have the primary elements that I need there. There are some instances where I'll be able to use some of this stuff for other things, but I just want to show you generally how you would be able to use a design like this, mock it up, show it on different products, and go. Now, let's see, I already passed 2 hours. So I'm going to see if in maybe about 10 minutes if I can change out this this design 2 times, because once I have this in place, it literally takes about 5 minutes to flip this design. Okay, so you would change out the subject image. You might not have a subject image in there at all. You may just do the animals there. So so we can do that. What I like to do is I like to take my individual elements also, like my fox there. I'm going to export just my fox. And let me make a folder for this. Do I have a 249 folder? I think so. Let me put everything in my folder. I'm just going to call these my PNGs. So I have my polar bear. I have my fox, my text. And you'll see what I'm doing in just a second. It's very rare that I'm going to use these individual elements, but depending on what where my mind goes, I might end up using these. But it's not necessary. The foreground and the background is really all you need for most of the images that y'all gonna create. All over shirts, 13 by 19 center print shirts, chip bags, cups, all of that good stuff. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm taking these elements here. You'll see what I'm doing in just a minute. I'm just exporting all of my elements here. And some of these are going to take a little bit of time because I'm starting from a large design. All right, so boom. I think I have everything I need. I can come back to it if I need to. So I want to show you first. I'm going to design this backdrop here because that's the focal point. That's what we're trying to get them to buy. And then we have the other things here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I've changed out the backdrop because I was going to show you all this for like the memorial design that we did. So I want to show you that first. Okay, so that has been already updated. I'm going to update all modified content. So I want to show you how we're going right now from a Barbie theme to our, I think I may need to raise up that foreground a little bit. Oh no, this is for the backdrop. So the backdrop, it goes down lower because we sometimes have those balloons and stuff up there. All right, we'll let that update. And this may take a little bit longer because I'm on the live right now. And these are the backdrop is one of the biggest files because it is 10 feet by 8 feet or 8 feet by 8 feet. That is a tremendous size file to be working in. So that's why I recommend that you design 150 DPI for like your all over shirts and bigger, because most of us don't know that we don't have a computer that can support 300 DPI large format graphics until our computer crashes. And I like to go ahead and have you ready for that. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and update that. Give it just a moment. All right, so we'll see how quick this should be to change out. Now, once you've changed out the foreground and background for that, then I could go in and change out the images here. And that also changed my printable image, okay? So that's what I want you all to understand there, that we're not just mocking something up for the sake of mocking it up. We also have these images pretty much ready to print. This is, I think this is the updated version. We have a new one that is going to come out this Sunday. So you all will get the updated version of it. Okay. There will be more products, and then also it's a little bit different way that that you're going to be using it, just because it's going to make it a little bit simpler. So what I'll do is I'll record a video from that class so that you'll see like what are the updates to it and how does it work just a little, because if you use the old Automizer, you are going to absolutely be able to use this new one because it's actually simpler. Okay. All right. And then now my whole objective is just to update all modified content. And you can see that literally designing something one time for a customer, the whole point of why I invented this whole Automizer is so that you spend less time designing and get more for the time that you did spend designing. Okay, so I could literally go in here and each product design it differently and separately, and maybe put the character on the left on this one, character on the right on that one. I come from a graphics background and an engineering background, just so y'all know. And I highly value efficiency. So I may not have in the beginning because I wanted to be the person that everything looked different and everything was unique. Nope. Now, how good can I make it look? How fast can I make it? How many customers can I service? And how fast can I scale my business? Okay, that's pretty much how that goes. Now for the color here, and I'm just going to do a solid color. And I'm going to change this gift bag by a solid color. That's what I was looking for. Okay, just so we can kind of keep that on there and keep it moving. Keep it moving, y'all. If you could just spend an additional 5 minutes mocking up, we already designed. If you just spend 5 minutes extra mocking up a design, and you can sell 2 to 3, sometimes 10 times. So let me put it to you like this. You went to sell a $30 shirt, and because you mocked up all of this stuff, you have an order that might even be $3,000 by the end of it. Okay. I'm telling y'all that because I'm not just making that up. A $3,000 order is banner, floor wrap, backdrops, table runners, plates, water bottles. You might have invitations that you're doing. And most of these things, you're not even having to print yourself, especially large format stuff. You have that done by third party. And then maybe you do some of the t-shirts and some of the elements that that you really want to put your hands on because you get the most profit margin off of those things. Okay, all I'm doing is just updating the modified content, y'all. I already changed out the foreground and the background. And some people like to put the image on the floor. I don't. Usually I even do a whole nother type of image for the floor, but I'm gonna keep it simple. If the customer wants the same image on the floor, then that's what they get. Keep it simple at first, especially when you're mocking up things that they did not ask you for in the first place. And then don't be mad if you spent 3 hours designing something and they didn't ask you for that. So keep it simple, sublimators. Keep it simple. All right, so we're going to go ahead and update. Like I said, the floor wrap and the banner, the backdrop are large format files. So they are 8 foot by 8 foot at 150 DPI. That's why it's taking so much longer for it to update the smart objects. Now I don't know if you have the full Automizer is a wrap, or if you have the full Automizer, then you will get the update and you will have a recording of it. Okay. All right, so let's update here. So no, this class is a boot camp that we offered after the Shopify challenge to the pro participants, and then we also have it a la carte. So we will have an opportunity for you all to review the video of the new Automizer. But this class it's not even really about the Automizer. I use the Automizer like I'm using this now, but the whole point of the class is for us to work out a strategy of selling. Thank you, love. I appreciate that. All right, so let's see. What else do we need to change out? That's almost it. Let's change out these plates over here. Real quick. Let's update all modified content. Update the foreground and the background. Boom, boom. Simple, simple. Now, if there are things that you want to do different, for instance, and I'll show you that in just a second. Some items like maybe the water bottle, even the water bottle, I found a way to use foreground and background. Listen, y'all don't have to do everything different. If you came to it just like this, the customer would be ecstatic and you would lose a lot less sleep. Okay. So let me go ahead and update all modified content. Double click here. What's that? Foreground, background? What'd I tell y'all? Now you can make this different. Certain things. Now I tell you, a stole, you cannot just use foreground, background. It's not recommended. So we have special setups for the stoles, or when you're doing super long banners. No, you're not going to be using foreground, background. But that's what I'm going to do a video and show you all what I would do for that. Okay. And what I would do is those other elements that I brought in, I would use for that. All right, so that's it. I would change out the colors of these balloons. Let me do that real quick, just so I can show you how that works. And then for the balloons, you have your smart colors here. Let's go ahead and update all modified content. I'm just going to change color number 1 and color number 2. Let's let it update. All right, so color number 1, we'll let that be that slate blue color. And this one, I'm just going to delete the color underneath it. I kept this Automizer simple, y'all. Y'all know how y'all be stacking them files up with all those layers? Now you cannot do that. So once you have your components, you're going to export those pieces and you're going to get them out your way. All right, so color number 2, I think I'm going to do a little bit either darker or lighter blue. Let me see. I'm going to do lighter blue. I could do gold, but I'm going to do lighter blue. So I'm going to do solid color here. And then I'm just going to move the blue a little bit lighter. All right, so, and this isn't even like, some of us aren't even doing balloons and stuff, but all this does is just help people see that it can be used for an event. And maybe you do balloons and you want to move these around, and that you're able to do that inside of here too. I'm just not fooling with it. And then for the metallic balloons, the star, we can just create a gold there. All right, and I'm going to change that blend mode to multiply. Give me a little more orange to that gold. That works. All right, so now I'm going to close that out, save it, update it. And that should be our whole party. Okay. That should be it. And of course, like I said, there are some things that you can change here. The color of the cloth there. Then I would go into AI and make a different cake. So, ooh, Ooh, the truck came out so nice. I like that truck. Yeah, I might put the truck in the Wednesday class template because I like the truck. I think the truck is going to do well. And if I put the little animals in the back of the truck, I think that would be cute. And what was I going to do? Probably something I shouldn't be doing. Oh, make a cake. Let me go ahead and make a new channel, and then I'll just call this events. All right, so for the event design, I'm going to imagine. I'm going to call it a luxury cake for, and I'm going to say winter wonderland theme party. The color would be blue, incorporating the color blue. And then I want it to be a photo. So normally if you don't put anything, it's going to imagine that you want a photo. If it doesn't, I would say something about it failed for a second. If it doesn't give you what you want, then you can actually, when you put in your imagine, you can put photo in front of it, photo of. And I'm going to do that anyway, just because it looks like it's taking its time. Because I'm over here using up a lot of resources, y'all. And then what I could also do is tell it that I want it isolated on a white background. So I'm going to put a comma, isolated on a white background. So no, I don't have to make a cake, but got some ideas here. Of course, you can Google one or whatever. It's just the idea of being able to go and mock up what you need. I like that one. That's number 4. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to go with number 4. And see, the ones that are isolated on the white background, they are going to be easier to cut out, but these look more like if you were doing a lookbook or something, then they look more like what you would see for photography. So if I want to cut one out, these look a lot easier to cut out. All right, but of course, I went and chose one that's not easy to cut out, but I like that it has the candles around it. So I'm going to go with that one. Save image as. I'm going to call that my cake. Boom. Bring it on over to Photoshop. This was not a part of class tonight, but here we are. Same thing with the centerpiece. I would create a centerpiece there. Okay. So I'm just going to replace the cake. Drag it on in here. Let me refresh so I can find it. And before I do anything else, I'm going to see what happens when I put remove background. We're going to see, does it give me my candles? Does it not? Am I going to be tussling with this thing and just go with the isolated background? We shall see. All right. Okay, Photoshop did give me my candles and stuff. And it did cut out a little more than I wanted down here. But like I said, this is what y'all learn in Saturday's class. If it cut out a little too much, then you can go and add something back. With the white, because black conceals, white reveals. I might go and grab my little candles and whatnot. Honestly, I wouldn't even spend too much time on this because I'm going to place it behind these gifts and stuff here. But the idea is that helps you sell the package. Okay, that's the whole idea. And then I like the idea of the cake kind of being over here. That way you can do your florals or whatever other things that you have. Like you probably have treats and all of that. I just was not going to do all of that. And I'm going to take this cake and I'm going to put it behind the shirts just so I don't have to deal with changing anything up right now. All right, so there we go. And of course, then we can move our shirts or whatnot, clean that up a little bit. All right. But that is the whole idea there. All right, so we have that. I said I was going to flip it out to the Winter Wonderland now because we got a Winter Wonderland cake. So why not? Let's complete that flip. Well, before I flip, I'm going to add this flower arrangement back. I'm not going to put the Barbie card there, but I'm just going to pretend like that's our flower arrangement. And same principle I just taught y'all is to do our hue saturation. Doom, doom. Right click, create clipping, mask, and let's pick that color out of here and shift that color. All right, so I'm gonna shift the color right now to more blue. It's got reds and it's got magentas in here. I'm gonna pull the saturation down so I get a more subdued color. Bring the lightness up just a little bit. And then that's the red, so magenta, same thing. I'm gonna pull, see all the magenta that's in there? I'm gonna pull it to be more blue. And lightness up. And I moved my, let's see, what else am I missing in there? Might be yellows and greens. All right, I see another color that's in there. I'm not gonna fool with it too bad, but I am not happy that that pink is in there. So let me grab that. It's considered yellow. There it goes. I'll just bring it all the way down. Or I could have just brought my saturation all the way down. Okay. All right, so I just wanted something that looked like it matched here. So I honestly feel like I could have just taken this color. Watch this, y'all. And just create a clipping mask for that. Oh, it's already clipped. Perfect. And then I can choose hue instead of color. Now I like color better. All right, I'm just recoloring that for the sake of seeing something in the middle there. I'm doing way too much, y'all. I told y'all not to do extra, and I'm doing extra. All right, so now this looks like something that I could send to a customer, and all they asked me for was a backdrop, and I sent them all this other stuff. Then they're going to be like, oh, well, how much for the all over shirts? How much for the center print shirts? How much for the bags? And what else do you do? Right? So that's the whole point of the Automizer. So now I'm going to take this and quick export. This is a PNG. And I'm just going to put it right here, my download. So now we have that one. We have this variation. I'm going to flip it one more time, and then I'm going to bid y'all good night. Okay. I will see some of you all this weekend. But let me not push all the way just yet. Let me go ahead and flip this thing one more time. All right, so this time we're going to make it quick, y'all. I'm not going to do all this talking. We know what we came to do. Foreground, background, and like I said, the backdrop is going to be the hardest thing to change out because it's the largest file. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go ahead and change our background here. And we will file, place, embedded. And then we just created a folder right now for all these files, y'all. I should be ashamed. Where's my 249? There we go. All I really need is that foreground and that background. I'm going to show y'all something else, though. I am going to show y'all something else. If y'all remind me, I'm going to show y'all something else. Did I not export my foregrounds and my background? Or did I just do it in my downloads? I did. I put it in my downloads instead of my folder. So background, I'm just replacing here. They should be the same size because I designed it in one of the templates. That's the whole point of me doing what I do. All right, delete that previous layer. Let's hit yes to save. Now I will show you all some ways that I do save the components so that I have them print ready in a folder, and that I don't have layers upon layers in my Automizer, because that will weigh your file down and it will definitely weigh your computer down. All right, while it's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and change out my foreground here. File, place, embedded. Let's grab that foreground from right here. There it goes. Let's delete that. Delete the other layer. And I should have shifted that over to the left a little bit because this design is a little heavier to the right. I think I'm going to do that so that doesn't bother me. What I should have done is made sure my trees weren't out here too much. Okay, there we go. All right, so foreground, background is done. I'm just waiting on it to update. Once that updates, I should be good. Now I can start going to some of my other smaller items. Once it's done updating, of course. And give that a moment. All right. All right. I see some of y'all took advantage of your deals. I wasn't paying attention. Congratulations, Tasha. And who okay, I see some of you signed up for the newbie class too. Let's go. I will see y'all Saturday. Hanifa, Darlene, Kenyon. Thank you all. I appreciate your support and you trusting me and helping you get through this Photoshop process. And to everyone that signed up for the free class on Saturday, y'all come on in on Saturday. Make sure Photoshop is downloaded. You'll get an email telling you what you need to have. And I promise you, we get you all the way through it. Don't be scared, okay? What was I doing? I was talking and I wasn't updating. Let me go ahead and update here. Now, the reason why I put this image smaller here is because this one is going to have balloons around it. But if it doesn't have balloons around it, you can literally size this any way you want. And I would actually choose to do that a little bit bigger anyhow, because this one, the other one had bigger text there. So I know I'm getting a little particular. But I would resize this out here just a little bit bigger. But because I said I was going to do a quick flip, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to let the customer decide if this is what they even want, and then I can go and tweak further. So now let me go ahead and make sure that I change out my shirts here. Same thing. I'm just going to update it now. Now that everything is all good, I just got to update all modified content. Then I can shut it down. It'll update the artwork. So this is my printable file. And then it will also update the mock-up. Okay. And of course, there's some minor adjustments you would make depending on which design and what layout you're doing. But for the most part, you should be able to just rock and go. Okay. That's why they're designed this way. It's designed so that if you keep your design thought process efficient, then you will be done with the design in 5 minutes. Take another 5 minutes, mock it up, and you're good to go. All right. That's it. That's it. Now the rest of it just flows. All right. And if you are in our Craft to Quit program, all of these long old live videos that I do, I store them on the back end of the Craft to Quit, because if I keep them on my YouTube channel, it kills my YouTube channel because nobody goes back and watches these 3-hour long videos. So I have to remove them once we set them up. But at least you had your chance. You had your chance to be here live. If you're in Craft to Quit, then you can always watch the replay. If you ever have the need to want to go back and watch this whole long video, or you could just do a 5-minute template flip with me. All right, so let's update that. And I like to, for the floor, I didn't show y'all this, but for the floor, I like to do a totally different image that actually either looks like a floor or looks like something totally different. So if that's something that you want to see, then I would definitely develop a different image for that. And I think I showed you all that with the memorial one, because we did like a nice Versailles looking like tile and like Italian tile. And it looked like that was on the floor. So update on modified content. All right, so this is one of those big old designs, 8 foot by 8 foot. Okay, it didn't take that long this time. Let's go. I really like the green with the purple. That is whoever suggested purple tonight. Great job. Great job. All right, updating all of that. All right, so what's next? I think only thing I have are these smaller things. The smaller things usually update a little bit quicker because they are not that large files. So you can go ahead and update those. All right, and then for the back color, you can double click and just choose one of those purples there. I want y'all know I had no idea what any of this was going to turn out to be. So y'all's guess was about as good as mine tonight. I hope that I met and hopefully exceeded your expectations of what you came here to learn tonight, because this is really something that I value. I do value teaching this. And it's not that I'm teaching y'all design, because I don't think that's the main part of it. I think what I want you to do is be very confident in your business. So if I can help you be more confident in your business by giving you a way that you know that you're going to pull through for your customers, have outstanding work, and not feel like you're not going to be able to pull through because of design, that's not your concern. Also, you're going to walk in with confidence knowing that you can fulfill these orders, and you have a website that you don't have to worry about talking to customers in your DMs and all of that good stuff. Like, that is my objective, is to make sure that you have all of those boxes checked. Photoshop is the vehicle that I use to help you all see what you can do. But Photoshop is not it's not the thing to fear. It's not. It does look intimidating, but my job over here is to make it easy and fun. All right, so you see what we created tonight. Some amazing stuff. Look at this. Now, like I said, there are going to be some instances where maybe you don't want the words on there. You just want the picture or whatever. Oh yeah, I said I was going to show y'all something. So this is what I would do. Let me see, 249. Let me open that up. All right, so let's say I have my little PNGs and I want to show that I can do cutouts and stuff. Now I can take my little animals, drag them into the foreground here, put them behind the desk, more where, like, right in front of the backdrop. And now they are cutouts. That change, when I change my template, they change with them. So you remember that one where it had, maybe not the bird and the bird. Now I'm finna get all technical, which animals go where, y'all. I'm telling y'all. And then this one's more white on the inside. This one has a little more color to it on the outside. Give me a little bit of balance there. Anyhow, I ain't gonna get too technical with it, but you get the idea. Y'all get the idea. And then I can change out my balloons here. And then you could also just turn the balloons off. You just turn the eyeball off for the balloons. But I'm telling you, it sells it better because people see the balloons and people are visual. And just like sometimes I know you all may not know what you want until I show it to you. The same thing happens with your clients. Your clients don't know that they want these particular animals or this setup. You have to present that idea to them. So literally, you're not waiting on the opportunity. What do? We create the opportunity. So as soon as you make something that somebody wants, they're locked in. Let me change my smart colors here. Change that purple. Oops, not that one. I'm going to do solid color and then get rid of that one. All right. So for those that purchased the bootcamp bundle tonight, I'll go ahead and add you to the class. We have a class Sunday and Tuesday. It's a live bootcamp, and technically the live bootcamp is not supposed to be part of the package, but because I'm teaching the class and I don't have to worry about paying anybody else, I'm going to let you in the class for free. Okay. So anyone that joined the bootcamp bundle tonight, you all will be seeing me on Sunday. We'll be working through this Automizer deal. We'll actually be flipping. We'll be flipping something very similar to this. I'm going to give you all the opportunity to do the Winter Wonderland, and I'm going to have different files for you all. So you get a chance to mock that up and change it to something different. Let's see. I'm changing this one over here talking. I did like that green. Let me go back and grab that green. Let's see, a little sagey green. That one right there. Yep, that's it. Okay. That way it ties in my purple, my green, and then I have white. And then for this one, I have a little gold in there, so the gold may look fine. Nah, I don't like the gold, so I'm gonna let it be silver. All right. And then that's the whole party. That's it. And then my cutouts are a little big. I'm gonna go ahead and reduce those down just a little bit. Okay. And like I said, if you were doing a backdrop and maybe you only wanted the characters and not the person in the middle, you can resize that, do whatever you need to do. Let's make this cake over here. What is that? Oh, that's the tablecloth. Let's make the tablecloth purple. Let's make the cake purple. I'll click and drag. Actually, I don't want to do it that way. I want to just change the hue saturation just like we did before because it's the blue cake. So I should be able to take my blues, pull them all the way down. It has blue and cyan in this cake. So I'm going to right click, create clipping mask, take the blues and turn them purple. See, I'm pulling it towards purple. Bring it down in lightness and down in saturation so it's not so vibrant. I want it kind of dull, like a pastel. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the cyans. Crank it up just so I can see where they are. That's where they live. Pull it away from the blues and more towards magentas. Bring up my lightness, bring my saturation down a little bit. And now it's kind of like that lavender. All right, so that's it. I just did that by eyeball. I don't know who's going to make that cake and who's going to make it what color purple. I'm just mocking it up so my customer can get excited about the experience. And I want y'all to know this is what you're doing when you're selling, okay? You are not selling a product. You are selling an experience. You are not selling a thing. You are selling a feeling. So a customer does something for one reason and one reason only, and it's because they feel like it. So when you create an environment that makes people feel like it, then they know, like, and trust you, and they will purchase from you. So I want you to kind of create some feels around your products. If you just stick something together and just, throw it on the website, tell them, hey, this is what I can do. And they're kind of like, oh, well, do you really even care about, my experience? But you show them, hey, not only did you ask me for a t-shirt, but I also showed you what it looks like on this type of product that's complimentary. That's going to speak volumes to your customer because they didn't even ask you for that and you went out of your way. Okay. So just like I went out of my way tonight, we're supposed to be on here for an hour. We was on here for 3 hours. I knew I was going to have a 3 hour live. I don't know how I knew it, but I knew it. Every time I show y'all how to design stuff from scratch, I end up giving all kind of extra stuff. So if you all like the extra stuff and y'all want to see me continue to do these kind of things, because I don't do them often, please let me know that this was valuable somewhere in the chat. Okay. Rockin' vinyl, it's not, but I need to make the boot camps available on the Brand on Demand site because I know it has the split payments. But let me know which ones go either. Oh, I told y'all I was gonna give y'all this AI artwork that I generated tonight. So all the AI artwork that I generated, I'm gonna put in a folder. And Mashonda, you can message me the Instagram DM or Facebook Messenger, not my personal Facebook Messenger, but for the business. If y'all message that, it'll go to the app. And then if I don't see it, then customer happiness will see it and take care of y'all. But let me know what classes you want, and we'll go ahead and get the boot camps on the site so that you can do, because I know it has the split payment option. And on the Academy site, that's why we're moving over to Shopify. I don't know if y'all could tell, but we're moving over. We're transitioning some things. So when it's on the Shopify side, y'all can do the split pay, you can do Shop Pay, you can do Klarna, you can do Affirm. And then also it allows us to market our products better because now we can link our products, our classes. We have over 200 classes, y'all. 200 classes that have never been able to be linked to our Facebook ads, never been able to be linked to our Instagram, can't be linked to our Google My Business. Now all of this stuff can be linked. And with the app, we're able to link Google My Business. Shonda, you know what I'm talking about. Google My Business, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. All of that stuff can be integrated now. So we are actually moving our entire site over to Shopify. And it's going to be a little transition. So thank y'all for working with us. It's been a big move, but it's going to help us become a better community and more visible. All right. Okay, y'all said it's valuable. Very valuable. All right. All right. Okay, perfect. It's a wrap. Y'all love when I go on for hours. Okay, all right. Well, I tell y'all what, next time I'm going to give y'all full notice. We're going to pick out a schedule while y'all are here. What day and time is best for you all as far as meeting like this? If we're going to do a 3-hour talk it out session. And I mean, when are y'all actually going to like make sure that you show up and you're there? Because I don't want to be there by myself. You know, I get to have fun recording videos all the time by myself, but I'd rather have company. So let me know what that is. I may do a poll inside of the Facebook group just to see. I thought about Sunday. Okay, so I think Sunday. Oh, I forgot to announce something. Oops. Oopsie. Hold on. I had an announcement. I wanted to do this Sunday. I want to do a friends and family day. Okay. So I think that if we can pick Sundays as our day, that may work. I want you to bring your business besties. I want you to bring the kids. Listen to what I'm saying. And on Sundays, it's going to be a Sunday fun day. Basically, I'm going to figure out what it's going to take for you to get the help that you need and to motivate the people around you that may be able to help you. For instance, on Sunday, you may have, like, let's say you have a 12-year-old. I have a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old, right? So that 12-year-old and 10-year-old, they're able to help me with Canva. They're able to help me with Photoshop. They're able to help me do videography if I need to take pictures and videos. They're even able to take it into the video editing software and edit videos and things of that nature, because I'm training them up like that to be able to help, not just so that they can help me, but so that they can learn to earn money and have a skill that allows them to make 6 figures before they even exit high school. Okay. And I'm telling y'all that because I notice more and more that maybe I'm not preaching that part of it, what I'm doing. I don't just come to Photoshop class and tell you all to just do Photoshop yourselves. Your people around you are probably better fit to even do some of these tasks because they have more time or because they can sit through the sessions and that sort of thing. So AI and Photoshop classes, I want to see if you have a niece somewhere that might be able to help you out. You have a daughter or son that's in college that may be able to help out. There are people who can help you right now with your business, and you can focus more on scaling the business. You can focus more on marketing and organizing, and then have someone else pitch in and help you with pressing the shirts. Have someone else help you with creating the social media content that y'all ain't creating, because I see it and I know, because I'm not creating my social media content. So that's something that I'm putting on the schedule and having help with. So Sunday Fun Day, I want to show off a little bit. I want to get your people involved as well. I want you to invite fellow crafters, because what I'm going to do each Sunday Fun Day, I'm going to have an opportunity for you to basically give someone a class or an opportunity. So it depends on who shows up and what they need. Yeah, hear what I'm saying? So you won't be able to take advantage of it. This is only for friends and family. The reason why I'm doing this is because sometimes and I know what I'm talking about because I do this too. I have all of these classes hoarded. I have all of this information and I'm collecting all of these things, but then I cannot execute on all of those things. I need you all to start inviting people on the outside to execute. And in order to do that, I'm going to say, hey, you already a member. I'll give y'all a heads up. This Sunday, I'm going to have two things that I offer for friends and family. What happens is you get that code and then you have to disseminate it to your people. Okay. So you have to already be a member to even get a code. And your friends and family will be able to get, right now, I'm going to do the OG membership. So if you want them to have their own, and they should have their own, like, especially if they're outside of your household, have their own account where they can go in and they have the templates and that sort of thing monthly, then, and they want to come to the live classes separately from you, then I want to offer you all basically the OG price for the VIP membership. Okay. So right now it's $97. It's been $97 for a long time. I'm going to take it back to $60. And then I also will take the standard membership to the OG price of $30. Now, if y'all try to go back to the OG prices, it's going to start all your classes over. So it does not help you to do it. But I want you to get some people involved that, hey, you keep bugging me about learning Photoshop. Just here, just, matter of fact, I'll pay for the first month for you just to get you started and just come on in and see what it's about. I want you all to do that so that we start developing talent around us and we start to have a circle or a circumference that better fits where we're going in life. Okay. So I'm going to do that. And then I have one more. I'll do like a la carte kind of class, just depending on who's there. If they need to know video editing, if they need to do your emails, like some of us need people that's going to write and do our emails for us, right? So whatever that class is, every Sunday, I'm going to figure out who's in the room, where y'all need help, and I'll have some type of crazy offer to offer only to somebody that you invite there that day. Okay. And we'll make it a family and buddy deal. Okay, that's my contribution. So if we do Sundays, I'll figure out what time. I'm thinking most of the time. I know Des does her Sunday function at 9, so it would be before that. Maybe like 7 on Sundays, maybe. We'll figure it out. But 7 on Sunday sounds pretty good because normally on Sundays we do classes at 4 if we are going to do an evening class. Okay. All right. So I'm so serious. Like I'm even serious about y'all getting y'all kids involved. It's not just for adults. Like these kids know what they're doing. They know how to get into this stuff. And y'all see Emma Levi in class with y'all on Monday and Wednesdays. They can follow as well. And I think they can not only follow, but they get a kick out of being able to help us. And so many times we're working, so tunnel vision that we don't understand. They just want to be a part of what we're doing and a part of our lives. And that's a great way to make them a part of it. And tell them Doc told you to cancel Christmas this year. Let me tell you what you do. This is going on a little long, but they probably want me to cut this part off. Cancel Christmas this year. Tell your kiddos that you're not going to buy any more presents, not Christmas, not birthday, not anything. And if they are your, like legally, you can claim them and write them off, then legally you can pay them tax free. I'm not a tax advisor, but legally you can pay them tax free in order to contribute to the business. So up to $13,000 a piece. So if they go and they go get orders from the school because they're wearing their gear and they go get everybody on the basketball team say, "Ooh, I like that. Where can I get that from?" Boom. They get those orders. Offer the kids an affiliate link so they can get commission. Tell the kids, hey, for every shirt that you press that you don't mess up, you're going to get $1. You know how many shirts you can get pressed? My 10-year-old nephew presses shirts. The neck labels, he knows how to line them up. He knows how to fold them up. He knows how to put them in the plastic packaging, all of that stuff. Okay. They know how to edit videos. Emma is basically a coach. She coaches in class on Wednesday. Y'all will see her tell y'all what to click on and what not to click on. Okay. So if the Craft to Quit, if you do that package, the Craft to Quit bundle, it ends up being like somewhere around $8.97. It's for the whole year. If you do that one, I think it does do sizzle. I love that you have some teens that want to get into designing, and I'm telling you, as long as you give them the opportunity. I don't know if y'all know this. That's how I started off. I started off ninth grade in Photoshop, not having any classes. We didn't even have a book. I had to go to the help file. This is how I learned Photoshop. Help, Photoshop help. And I went through all of these modules to learn Photoshop in ninth grade. Okay. So yeah, I think Shop Pay is offer. Oh, is this only Shop Pay? I don't know. Maybe there should be an option to do more options because I've had in the past couple of days, plenty of people have used Sezzle. It might be when you go to the product, it's like other ways to pay, not just like the main pay, and see if that works, Chantal. I hope so. But yeah, so that's how I learned Photoshop help files, baby. But now I am the help file. I'm here to help y'all. So these kids can do it. Step out of their way a little bit. Make sure they have their own workstation and their own responsibilities. So the kids, they have their own Photoshop subscriptions. Let me show y'all something else. Like, whew, y'all still here? Okay, y'all still here. Let me show y'all something. I just registered Black Friday. Y'all know I told y'all Black Friday, I look for deals of things that I already pay for if I get them cheaper. So my Black Friday, I ain't bought not one boot, no high heels, no earrings, nothing. My Black Friday, I was looking for subscriptions that I already pay a buttload for and that I can get my subscription prices reduced. So let me, I'm going to give y'all a tip right now. If you go to, I want y'all to click on my affiliate link first, just in case. All right, so here's two things you can do. One is, this is Photoshop. I lied. I'm trying to copy it for y'all. Well, not trying to. I am copying it for you, and place it here. All right, so that's the $9.99 a month Photoshop. You're going to need that regardless. But if you have a little one that is in school, let me tell you how to legitimately get the full package of the Photoshop, Illustrator, all that suite, okay? With the student discount. It's on Black Friday sale right now. Let me check and make sure. All right, so this is what's going to pop up, that link that I gave you. This is, they have another one that's $20 a month. Don't let them trick you. It's so hard to find this one. That's why I put it specifically in my link so that you all know how to get to the $9.99 one. Too many people have been tricked on getting the $20 one. This is all you need to have Photoshop, okay? So grab that. That's what you need. Now, if you have a kid in your life or a student in your life and that student registers for Photoshop, let me show you a tip and trick. This is, so after you click on my affiliate link, because I don't know if it's going to give me credit for it, but if it gives me credit for it, at least click on the affiliate link that I just gave you first and then go to this option, because that's what I did. I signed Emma and Levi up for their own subscription. Why? Because each subscription can go on 2 computers. Now they have two computers themselves. They have one at the shop and one at the house. Because we're not going to be dragging them along. So basically, their two subscriptions are good for their computer. But if you have a computer and your child has a computer, guess what? Yeah, they good for something. Look at that. They can help you get a subscription with the Black Friday offer this here. So Black Friday's almost gone. You go to see offers. And let me see if this one's going to show me. Right here, students and teachers save 70% on Creative Cloud all apps. So the all apps feature, you know how you all were telling me y'all want to learn Illustrator? And I don't believe that because I don't even want to learn Illustrator. So Illustrator is included in that package. I believe Premiere, which is video editing, Publisher, which is like how people design newsletters and newspapers, magazines. That's when I was in journalism. That's what we used. Publisher. What else does it have? After Effects. All of those, like the whole suite of programs, you can get for $15.99 a month. Okay, that's if you want all that extra stuff. If all you need is Photoshop, just get that $9.99 one that I showed you, because all you're going to be doing is paying for some stuff that you're not going to touch, and it's going to just take up space on your computer. Okay, so this is normally, I believe this normally $60 a month. Okay, and they have this as an option for students and teachers right now for Black Friday for $15.99. Okay, just putting that out there. All right, so I see y'all gonna stay with me until I push y'all off the line. Look, like y'all go to bed. I know it's been a long week. Some of us have been going nonstop. I will continue to go nonstop because I'll be seeing y'all this weekend. If y'all need anything towards your business, this is your opportunity. When I have time with y'all, to open up, to let me know what's going on. I'm literally asking y'all questions because I really, truly, I care and I want to know, what do you need to move the needle in your business? What do you need to get to the next level? I'm going to help you uncover some of the things that you don't know that you don't know. That's my job. But the things that you know you're struggling with, let me know your struggles so that I can help. Okay. So one of those ways I want to help is I do want to help to, help to get you some help around you, because a lot of us are just overwhelmed, and I get it. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate that. All right, all right. I see we are all in agreement. Listen, I am so excited about what is to come. Let me save this little version of this design because I'm so happy that we were able to come up with this together. So I will see you all in class Monday. AI class is Monday. So AI class, we're going to be all of these images like I developed. We're going to be developing Winter Wonderland images, probably some baby shower type images with that, because sometimes we go a little rogue and we go outside, but that's fine because I think it fits very, very well together. We're going to be developing the AI on Monday. That AI that we develop on Monday, we will be using for class on Wednesday. If you're not in the AI class, we will give you an alternate. So we'll have this design. I'll give y'all, like, for instance, I'll give you that truck to flip out. So I'll give you the truck and some of the other items that we're going to do here. Oh, for the AI, I told y'all I would give y'all the AI. I need y'all to DM me the word AI, just the letter A and the letter I. DM me on my Instagram, or you can Facebook message the business messenger. Now it's going to be it's going to be some automation there that we have designed to go ahead and get you the AI files. So basically, even if you don't come to AI class, you get something out of this experience. I never want anyone to feel like you have to pay to play. You just paid. You paid with your attention. Y'all literally sat here with me the entire time. The entire time you paid something, you paid attention. So I'm rewarding that with some free AI files. So y'all go ahead and message me the $10 templates. Okay. Yvette, I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. Y'all didn't get the people to get the $10 templates. What I'm gonna do, since y'all are still hanging on strong for me, I will give you until midnight. I'm gonna turn it on the Brand on Demand site. Okay. I'm going to turn it on until midnight. So y'all have like 30 minutes to shop. Okay. Let me go ahead and do that right now because I'm going to get in trouble because I said what I said that y'all was supposed to have this 300 people on this live. But what I'll do is for the next live I do, I guess Sunday when I do the live, I'll send an email and see if we can get more people here. But I need y'all to help me out. I need y'all to tell other people to come. I know y'all got crafty friends, okay? Get them to come so I can start doing more of this type of thing because I want to. But if we don't show up, then I got some better things to do, like working on this Automizer, working on that foldable buddy that y'all want. Like I have other things to do too. And I want to make the most impact. Okay. So if I can make good impact, I will show up. And I know you all will show up. All right, let me stop talking. Now there is a minimum. The way it works is you have to put $100 worth of stuff in your cart. So $100 worth of templates. It works for the AI classes too. So the AI classes that are on there will end up being $10. And the Photoshop classes, any Photoshop classes you see, all 150 of them, is going to be $10 for the next 30 minutes. Y'all have fun. I'm probably going to get in all kind of trouble for this because y'all didn't get 300 people here, but just don't tell. Matter of fact, tell somebody to show up on Sunday. If you're going to tell something, tell somebody to show up on Sunday. You could tell them about this situation right now. I don't mind, but it just has to be done by 12. I don't want any excuses. I had it in my cart and then 12 o'clock hit and my glass slipper fell off. Like, we're not going to do none of that. I'm telling y'all right now. All right. So that's it. That's all, folks. You know the drill. I love you. I love you. I truly love y'all. I don't think you all know how much of an impact this community has been for me and my family through all of the things. And I know we've all been through all of the things. And for some of us, this community has gotten us through that. When I say y'all are my tribe, y'all are truly my tribe. I am truly, truly grateful and thankful for you. I'm not like a holiday type of person that, does all of the frills, but truly, I spend the day before Thanksgiving with y'all. I spent Thanksgiving with y'all. Y'all just didn't know because I was on the back end of the computer trying not to let my little laptop blow up. I spent today with y'all. I'm spending Saturday with y'all. I'm spending Sunday with y'all. I'm spending Monday with y'all. I'm spending part of Tuesday with y'all. On Wednesday, Coach Chrissy will take y'all over. She'll take you off my hip on Wednesday. But I'm sure I'll probably be uploading something there too. Then I will see y'all on Thursday. I really do want to see the best for this community. I want to see the best for your creative efforts and for the people that are relying on you. But I want you all to show up. I can't be the only one showing up. And you just can't be showing up. Y'all love me and support me too, but I need you to support yourselves. I need you to be your biggest advocate. I need you to believe in yourself like I believe in you. And then I promise you, you're going to be able to take things to whatever limits you decide you have. But I need y'all to do the work. So not just collecting these templates. Y'all might get these templates tonight and be all excited at $10. Don't just collect the templates. Do something with them. Every single week, I tell y'all to flip a template 4 times. Once you learn how to flip a template one time in Wednesday class, it only takes 5 minutes per flip. So that's additional 15 to 20 minutes. If y'all do that every single week, then you have 200 listings by the end of the year. 50 different designs, 4 variations of each design. That's 200 different designs in a year's time. Very, very easy to do. Very doable. We do it with you. We are literally your accountability partners, your coaches, your confidants, your girl. We already know all of that. Okay? So you can do this. And if you don't quite believe it, please understand you can. And I'm here to let you borrow my belief until you own it yourself. Okay? Thank you, Mashonda. Mashonda says we love you too. I really do. So listen, y'all get some rest. Y'all go do whatever y'all need to do. Mara, you will go to that link, Customer Happiness. Can you post the link again? You go to that link. You put any of the photo here. Let me just show you. I can always show you better than I can tell you. I used to hate when my daddy said that, but boy, it makes so much sense now in life. I can show you better than I can tell you. Just makes too much sense. Let me pull it up here on the screen. All right, so that's the page. Okay, you will, if you want the AI classes, the a la carte AI classes, I suggest you go ahead and get the whole bundle. If you can get the whole bundle, even if you do the payments, because it makes each class less, I think it's $6 and something per class. $6 and something per class is normally $27 per class. So that's what I would suggest. If you can't do that one and you need to just get individual classes right now, you can get any of these classes for $10. Look, I'm trying to make sure that we have something on all ends of the spectrum. All right. So Sunday, I'm gonna need y'all to show up. I'm gonna need y'all to show up. If y'all want me to be able to offer this to your friends and family and get them involved, show up and get them there too. So these are the 5-minute templates. If you want to see the full list, just hover over where it says shop now. I know it's a little difficult to see. I'm working on redesigning my site, y'all. All right, so shop now, and then you'll see that there are templates galore, classes galore, anything that you can think of, and everything that's there, you can flip it out for at least 5 different occasions. It's not like one template is just for a wedding and one template is just for sports. That could be sports, that could be memorial, that could be wedding, that could be a club, a business, an organization, all of those things. Okay, so just keep in mind. You could also do the craft to quit bundle, and it'll unlock all of the classes. Okay. So I gave everybody options. If you had just 20, well, not 20, because you have to put at least 3 templates in your cart. So if you got $30 to your name, you can put 3 templates in your cart right now and spend $30 and get 3 templates. Okay. All right. So I'll let y'all do your happy shopping, and I'm going to preserve my little rest of my voice for tomorrow. We love you too, Eleanor. Mad Labs, I see you working. I see you in there. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all be working in this Discord. Y'all been working, and y'all been putting in so much work that I could see that mind doesn't stop. Mad Labs, I see you in there. Eleanor, I see you now. Keep working. I love when I can recognize your names, and I love it more when I can recognize your efforts. So keep working, baby. You're doing the right thing. No, you don't have. You have to put $100 worth of stuff in the cart. So 4 templates is $120. When you put the 4 templates in the cart, it'll make each thing $10. So really, you're only spending $30, but you have to put $100 worth of stuff in the cart. That's just so somebody can't just buy one $10 template. They have to put at least 3 templates in order to get them for $10. Okay, so you're getting 4 templates for the price of 1, or 3 templates for less than the price of 1. That's how that goes. So don't say I don't love you. All right. You are welcome, Yvette. Y'all have a good night. You want to come tell the people good night? Look, my nephew been waiting all patiently. I was bragging on you. Did you hear me bragging on you? You didn't. Then you weren't watching the live. You didn't hear me.
I have.
You weren't here. You wasn't hearing me talking about how you and Emma are helping out with the business and learning and in class and teaching and all. All right, you come on camera so I can see you. All right, so listen. We love you.
Oh,
we love you, and we appreciate you dearly. And just wait for this part. And listen, you're making me stutter, little boy. We love you, and we appreciate you dearly. And until next time, bye. Good night, everybody.